Hello and welcome back to the Walden. My name is Beast. Today I'm back with the Walden. Hello and welcome back to the Walden. My name is Beast. Today I'm back with Saku Saku, not the Walden. I almost said Walden twice. How is it that I've basically used this intro for all of my videos, yet I still sometimes fuck it up? Fun fact, I like vaguely actually already had that basically this intro, vaguely this intro I actually used in my first ever video as well, and I just liked it that much, so I decided, yes, I'm just gonna try and improve on that. So that's nice. So yeah, I basically haven't changed since day one in a way. But at the same time, I've changed a lot since, you know, I used to actually like play stuff like Dark Souls. What Criminal Girls Invite Only, which I've never fucking finished. I also kinda just forgot about that one. Ow. Gone away. I don't know what else to say right now. Also, I already set up these again because I've stopped trusting this game. So yeah, that's nice. Anyhow, having taken up the task of cleaning the bath upon ourselves, Senpai and I have made our way over to the public bath. By the way, Senpai?
Huh? どうかした?
It's the women's bath.
そうだね。それが?
Isn't it bad for me to be here? I carelessly forgot to consider it, but taking over for the Tsukushima twins naturally means that we're cleaning the women's bath.
別にいいんじゃない? 今は誰も入ってないし。
It'd be a big problem if someone came in, though. It's highly unlikely that someone is going to enter since we left a sign that says closed for cleaning at the entrance, but still. Wouldn't a girl find it unpleasant to have the bath she uses cleaned by a guy?
ユウマくんなら平気だって。私だったらむしろ喜んじゃうかも。
It might be true for you. I'm pretty sure that despite what she says, there was once an instance where she didn't want me to enter the restroom she had just used. Is it simply that there's some sort of difference between the bath and the restroom? Yeah, there's a large fucking difference. You go to the bathroom to take a shit. You go to the goddamn you go to the restroom to take a shit. You go to the bathroom to bathe and clean yourself. That's a big difference. Or is it more like her mindset has changed in some way?
仮に気にする子がいたとしても、バレなきゃ問題ないよ。
That very utterance by the school's student council president is a problem in and of itself.
それじゃあユウマくんは、こんな広いところを私一人に掃除させようっていうの?
Well, just have Mio and Konami help you instead of me.
やだ、ユウマくんと一緒がいいの。
She starts to shamelessly whine like a child. Oh boy, now would have thought that it'd make me this happy to have her act selfish in front of me. Okay, let's do it together then. Not a word to anyone that entered the women's bath, though. That entered the women's bath, though, alright?
大丈夫だから安心して。でも、私が言わなくても、そのうちユウリたちが気づくだろうけどね。
I guess. Let's quickly get this over with. I doubt I'll get burned later on since they themselves approached us and asked us to do it, but thinking about it still makes me anxious. After that, we divided the tasks between us, and I began to single-mindedly focus on cleaning. If I didn't do it single-mindedly, it'd be dangerous, as all sorts of thoughts would run through my mind, since this place is always occupied by naked girls. Especially the stools that Tsukushima and others behinds likely usually touch are undoubtedly just the right catalyst to stir out needless fantasies. Fucking weird. After having cleaned the bathing pool and polished the tiles, I moved to the dressing room to vacuum it. Meanwhile, Senpai wiped the wash basins and mirrors, and within almost an hour, we managed to finish all the cleaning.
こんなものかな?
Finally done. Compared to the bath at home, it's quite laborious to clean this place.
まあ、そうかもね。施設のお風呂場もこのくらいの広さがあるから、私は慣れてるけど。
So then, you're regularly doing this? You have my respect.
ちゃんと家のお手伝いしてるユウマくんも偉いと思うよ。
You can only compare what I and you do in scale. Stretch my lower back that has started to hurt a bit. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Suppose it's because I've been moving around at a humid place like that, but I've become surprisingly sweaty. My shirt is sticking to my skin.
そうそう、ユウマくん。ここのお風呂って、掃除した人に一番風呂の権利があるらしいよ。
Don't. This will only end in tragedy. You're going to decide, yes, I'm going to bathe with Yuma. You're both gonna get in. Someone's gonna walk in. Someone's gonna go in there, attempt to take a bath, and you're gonna have to hide him, and he's almost going to drown. I'm going to tell you this right now. So that means it's alright for us to use it?
うん、汗だくになっちゃったし、さっぱりしていくのもいいんじゃないかな。
Yeah, that's true. I get a bath at school and going home while enjoying the cool evening breeze is a valuable experience, and above all, I imagine it just feel really good.
せっかくだから、私も入っていこうかな。
Now let's do that. Then I'll make my way over to the men's bath. He's smart. So I'm about to leave the bath.
あれあれ？一緒に入らなくてもいいのかな？
She says so with a teasing voice.
ユウマくんってば照れちゃってない？
It's a bath in a composed fashion. There's the women's bath, so I can't say that I don't feel awkward about this, but with the closed for cleaning side out there, no one's gonna come in, right?
え？ユウマくん？
If you don't mind, could we go in together? At that point, I started to feel shy for the first time as I asked her that, with a feeling that as if I'm taking a leap into the dark.
いや、冗談。
ゲームの環境も女も自分好
Maybe
み
I should
に
have
なって
actually let it
た
finish, but I felt this is necessary real quick. Please.
いや、
So,
冗談だったんだけど。
I see.
やめて！そんなに残念そうな顔しないで！
Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
違うの！がっかりさせたかったわけでもなくて。
Yesterday you said you'd do anything I wanted, and that kind of made me ask without thinking.
ここでその話を持ち出されると断れないんだけど。
Like she just says that, you know, if you bring that up at this point, it'll make me unable to refuse it. He's just like, I'm absolutely fucking aware of that. I'm pretty sure you also said you'd even show me your boobs.
嘘じゃないけど、まだ心の準備が。
No, figure as much. I'm also half joking. Get also half serious, though! As I'm about to back down, since it's not my intention to needlessly put her out.
わかった。
Huh?
ユウマくんがそんなに入りたいなら、一緒に入る。
Are you sure?
うん、覚悟は決めた。ユウマくんも今さら冗談とか言ったら怒るからね。
Swallow my saliva. Got it? If you're fine with pleasure.
こちらこそ。後から入るから、先に脱いでお風呂入っててね。
Sure. The atmosphere really doesn't allow me to say, nah, that's not after all anymore. Take my clothes out of her and enter the bathing room, and wait for senpai. I'm not taking risks with this. I don't trust this game.
ユウマくん、まだこっち見ちゃダメだよ。
Like there's an entire possibility that, for some reason, none of this sensed it. Yeah. As she told me that while only sticking out her head from the door, I hurriedly turned away.
それじゃあ、
Oh,
そっちに行くね。
Is this gonna be a problem? The sound of her bare feet approaching echoes through the room. As I turn around now, I would, without a deed, see her stark naked figure right there. That thought alone is enough to immediately bring my reason to the verge of collapse. Right behind me, I can hear Senpai's breathing. Will I be able to last against the stimuli?
それじゃあ、湯船入ろう。
Yeah. Actually, I suppose we should first rinse our bodies before we get in, but neither of us has the mental composure to do that. Anyhow, compelled by the wish to flee to a place that enable us to hide our bodies if only a little, we head to the bathing pool. I lightly pat one foot into the water to check the temperature.
湯加減平気みたいだね。
Yeah?
髪まとめるから先に使ってて。
Got it.
ちょっとだけ目も閉じててくれると嬉しいかも。注文が多くてごめんね。
Don't worry about it. Just as I was told, I immersed my body in the water and closed my eyes. Following that, a few dozen seconds go by while I feel the water ripples that result from her getting into the bath.
もういいよ。
Upon receiving her permission, I slowly opened my eyes. Hold on, I'm just making sure real quick. I mean, it's really borderline. Like, really borderline. But it should be just barely safe. But I'm not taking chances. 11-10, 11-10, 11-10. First things that enter my field of vision were her two soft-looking boobs. Here's the thing. There's a way he would have prevented this. Just say, I was only half serious. In the first place, it's not just your body. You should probably talk about this with, Eleonora first. You don't need to do this right now. It's enough if I have the knowledge that at some point maybe we can do this, and then leave. That would have been a thing he could have done, but he didn't do that. That's actually something, like, I didn't mention it immediately, but that's something I actually thought about yesterday. Like, how are they gonna handle that? Because it's not just her body. Like, Eleonora could just be like, yeah, nah, I don't wanna. As I, flustered, avert my eyes, her erotic nape comes into view instead. It makes me cast my eyes down, upon which I catch sight of her belly and thighs through the transparent water. Needless to say, I can hardly find a safe place to look at.
あんまりジロジロ見ないでほしいかな。
It's alright. She restlessly rubs her thighs together and impatiently adjusts the posture of her hand in an attempt to naturally conceal her breasts. Anyhow, she looks really embarrassed. You really don't have to push yourself. If this is too much for you after all, I'll get out at once. Start to feel sorry for her and thus try to offer her a way out.
でも恋人同士だもの。それにユウマくんが初めて自分から言ってくれたことだから。ユウマくんから私に何かお願いしてくれるの初めてだよ。
Is that so? Senpai nods.
最初のお願いはね、どんなことでも聞いてあげようって決めてたの。
Senpai. Wait, now that I think about it this way, isn't it rather pathetic that my first wish upon dating her is bathing together?
それにね、ちょっと嬉しかったりもするの。
You're happy?
だってユウマくん、私が色仕掛けしてもいつも興味なさそうな反応するから。
That's because I only saw that as you teasing me.
そうだけど、本当に興味ないのかなって、ちょっと自信なくしちゃうんだよ。
I remember her having already said similar things several times, but the vibe she gives off tells me that she pretty much really means it this time.
それとも私の体、あんまり好きじゃないかな。
What are you saying? Of course it is. I'm somewhat lost over how I should put it without making her look at me with disgusted eyes. You're, very beautiful. So beautiful that I want to jump at you at once.
本当？
Yeah, I mean it. I feared that the sentence might put her out, but her reaction instead rather suggests she's hoping for me to say things like that. Now, could it be that really isn't just my imagination or anything, and she's actually seriously hoping for it? I'm sorry if my bluntness disgusts you, but I'm also just your regular perverted guy. So, I find myself at a loss as to how I should go on.
そっか。
Keep your hands on your boobs, please. I don't want to have to censor more. A pair of eyes gazes at me as I maintain silence.
じゃあ、もっとじっくり見てもいいよ。
I think answering then I'll just do that, and then I'll do just that would convey my honest thoughts better. However, I have instead avert my eyes while I feel my face flaring up. And yet, unable to contain myself, I keep throwing short glimpses at her. That makes me really ashamed of myself.
ユウマくんたら
What? Suddenly noticed that she's smiling in
真っ
amusement.
赤になっちゃってかわいい。
Thanks for the compliment.
ほらほら、彼女のおっぱいなんだし、ジロジロ見てもいいんだよ。
Is that really coming out of the same mouth that only moments ago said, "Don't stare at me so much"? The moment she can tease, she will tease. It's not embarrassing for you anymore?
恥ずかしいのは恥ずかしいけど、ユウマくんが喜んでくれてるのが嬉しくて。
I see. How should I put it? She really has a rich maternal instinct. Or maybe kind of an older sister disposition. Your skin is really pretty. Looking at turns me on.
ありがとう。ねえ、ユウマくんの体ももっとよく見せて。私の恥ずかしいところを見せちゃってるんだから、ユウマくんも恥ずかしい場所を見せなさい。
I'm glad that the line was still going because I think I accidentally just pressed the hide the text box button, but because the text was going, it didn't actually hide it. So not more censoring for me. Nice. Too bad I can't move the text box because then I would move it up there and just censor the entire screen again. That was so nice on Bits of Demons. However, it also makes me censor that much more. So at the same time, fuck that. Anyways, upon that, she draws closer to me, peeks at my submerged lower body, and someone walks in. Or
ちょっと
not.
ユウマくん
She clearly witnesses my dick's progressing erection. It's a physiological phenomenon. That's always the excuse, isn't it? This video is gonna be demonetized, I can already tell. With things like her sweaty skin and her boobs floating and jiggling in the water as she approached me this close, I can hardly help it in such a situation.
こんなに大きくなるんだ。すご。
Please don't observe it this closely.
ごめんね。でも、本当に私で興奮しちゃってるんだ。
You said so, didn't I?
ところで、ね、
Yeah.
これって何かした方がいいのかな。
What do you mean?
だから大きくなったこれに女の子がするような。
Could it be she willing to do that?
ユウマくんがしてほしいなら。
I don't know why, but all I can think about right now is that scene from the Daitoshokan no Itsujikai anime where Shinozaki is measuring Kake's waist for his costume and Kodachi is coming to warn them because they were being loud again. And then it sounds like they're doing something dirty, but she's like, no, this it just sounds lewd, but it isn't actually lewd. I'm not falling for this trope. Just walks in. What are you doing? And from the angle, it just looks like Shinozaki is actually sucking dick. So she, of course, it was actually that bad. I'm sorry. And just runs, and that, I don't know why, but that's all I can think about right now, and I love that scene to death. Maybe the reason why I can only think about that is because someone recently watched the Hitsujikai videos and commented, reminding me of that. So yeah, once again, I swallow my saliva.
ね のぼせちゃうから、一回お湯から上がる？
True, let's do that. Without concealing our nether regions with towels, we stand up and get out of the water. So what is the right thing for me to do now? What exactly does she have in mind right now? Amidst this air of tension mixed with eager anticipation. And I knew it! Her titties are just there to be seen. I would have to censor that if I didn't put up this nice thing here. I adore how Eleonora is just in the mirror. I'm still here. Please. I hear a strange voice.
貴様ら何をしてくれてやがるんだ。
You're naked. Also, as well.
あ、エレ、いたんだ。
Oh no. I hope the text box doesn't vanish right now, because I think we would see the side of her boob and therefore her nip here. Which would be a problem. Eh? As I direct my gaze to the direction I heard the voice from, the mirror there didn't project Senpai's image, but Eleonora's.
邪魔はするまいと黙って見ていれば何を追っ始めようとしてくれてるんだ。
何って言われても、何をしようかと？
Saucy stuff.
ハレンチにも程があるだろう、貴様ら。
What is this? Senpai, could you explain to me why she's here?
あ、うん。理屈はよくわかんないけど、私が鏡に映るとエレが出てこれるの。
You don't know why?
細かいことはいいじゃない。お話ししたい時とか、顔が見えて便利なんだよ。
Better hope that you never that nobody ever sees your reflection, though. Well, she says so. Let's just leave it at that and not pointlessly think about it.
おいこら、私を無視するな。
はいはい。寂しがり屋さんなんだから。
そんなんじゃない。いいから貴様ら、さっさと服を着てくれ。
Anyhow, it's a bit late to notice it now, but Eleonora, who is reflected in the mirror, is also stark naked. She's naked because Senpai is, I feel a bit sorry for her.
服着ろって言われても。
まだやる気なのか。そういうのは誰も見てない場所でやるものだ。
You'll see either way because you share a body. That's the problem. Well, it's just that you're willfully peeping on us. Are you not?
この私をデバガメ呼ばわりか。殺すぞ浅場ユーマ。
Well, looks like I can get my anticipation out of my head.
エレ？できれば、ちょっとだけ引っ込んでてほしいな。
断る。とにかくお前ら、そこまでだ。あと、浅場ユーマは、あまりこっちを見るな。
In this situation, it's quite evidently impossible for us to do anything further.
今日は無理かな、これ。
Right.
ああ、もう、エレってばお邪魔虫なんだから。
But in ski.
知るかアホ。いきなり妙なもん見せられた私の気持ちにもなってみろ。
A children's quarrel? Our sweet and rosy couple mood has by now been completely blown away. I'll have to put another sensor here probably, so I'm gonna just note that down just in case. 2242. Today, Senpai came to my house to wake me up once again.
おー、これが噂の。
It's just a physiological phenomenon.
本当に朝は大きくなっちゃうんだね。しかもこんなギンギンに。
Give me a break. And Senpai peeled off my blanket, my crotch had a remarkable tent pitched up. And that's already the whole sequence of events through which I arrive at the present. Just so you know, it's not like I'm thinking anything dirty right now.
夢の中で私の裸とか思い出してたんじゃないの？
Unfortunately, I was having such a deep sleep that I didn't even dream. It's more like I recalled it only because she mentioned it.
ピクって動いた。かわいい。
Never call a man's tool cute! Please don't look at it so much. I don't know why, but just me saying never call a man's tool cute just imagines me, that just makes me imagine, like, some kind of, like, t-shirt design that's actually just, like, a guy's crotch, but instead of a dick, it just has a fucking, like a jackhammer or some kind of, like, tool. Like, maybe a saw. Something like that, just hanging there instead. And just never call a man's tool cute. I don't know why I randomly just thought of that. But somebody needs to make that. And if nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna. Please don't look at it so much. And hearing her call it cute on top of that, perplexity makes me want to crawl under my blanket again.
ねえ、ユウマくん。
What is it?
昨日の続き、する？
The interruption in 321, huh? By that she means where we left off in the bath?
ほら、大きくなってるのには変わりないし、ユウマくんもそういうのに興味津々って言ってたから。
Proposed something really unexpected right off in the morning, but...
今はそんな気分じゃない？
No, that's not the issue. I am. Not only are we alone inside my room, she's so close to me that I can feel her body's warmth. Furthermore, I can smell the nice scent of soap that compels me to believe that she properly showered before leaving. And given the fact that I recalled her stark naked figure in this situation, it would actually be impossible not to get aroused.
じゃあ、ユウマくんは私を求めてくれてるんだ。
Of course, it's just, what is the right thing to do at first? Lacking experience in this department, I find myself at a complete loss in respect to her advances.
大丈夫だよ。私に任せて。
先輩?
ちゃんと勉強してきたの。彼女として、そっちの方もちゃんと満足させてあげたいし。
Research?
まずは、手で握ってあげればいいんだよね。
Conscious to her confident, brimming, leave everything to me proclamation, she gazed at me, at my crotch to be precise, somewhat anxiously.
それとも口でとか？ちょっとあれはうまくできるか自信ないんだけど。
The perplexed figure reflects as really cute in my eyes. Just do what you think you can. That would be enough.
うん。じゃあ手で精子出してあげる。
Right.
まずはパンツを脱がして。
She then crouches before me and puts her hand on my pajama pants. But the moment she's finally about to take them off... It ain't order. She suddenly yelps and bolts up. What happened?
頭の中でね、エレが大声出してて。
Ah, I see.
ちょっとエレ、もういい、わかったから。
I suppose Eleonora's disturbance must be quite extreme as Senpai starts to tear up.
本当にやめて。
Gotta say, any person who just looks at her would think she's a weirdo squirming and writhing all by herself. Hey, Leonora, I'm also to blame here. We won't do anything anymore, so let her off already.
もう本当にお邪魔虫なんだから。
Anyhow, once again, the floating mood has been completely destroyed. Probably because the same thing happened yet once again, Senpai has become sullen. At the same time after school in student council room.
それじゃあ私、花壇の整備に行ってくるね。
Yeah, give it your best.
よろしくね。はーい、行ってきまーす。
Since Tsukushima, Konami, and So are also out to take care of their respective tasks, now that Mio's also leaving, that means only Senpai and I'll remain.
チャンス到来。
A chance! The moment the door closes, Senpai nimbly stands up from her seat and approaches me. What's the deal?
私は負けないからね。
Huh?
えい！
Senpai? I'm confused about what's going on. She pushes my body down, and a moment later, she has me pinned on the ground.
ゆうまくん。
What is it all of a sudden?
もうわかるでしょ？二人っきりなんだよ。イチャ
True.
イチャしよう。いろいろとしちゃ
All sorts of things.
おう。女の子にそういうこと言わせないの。
Me picking up from where we left off yesterday and this morning.
ダメ？
She spreads her soft boobs against me as she asks that. I'd be more than happy to, but...
大丈夫。みんなはまだしばらく戻ってこないから。それに机の影だし、誰にも見つからないよ。
I think there's a person inside you who's looking.
エレのこと？
Yeah, she's not saying anything about this.
何か叫んでるけど、無視無視。頭の中で耳栓してるから気にしなくていいよ。
I don't really have much of a clue as to exactly what the state of things is, but if she says it's fine, I suppose there's no need to think about it. Here's the thing, I would actively say no here. This may be annoying, but this really isn't just An's body. Ele has as much say over this body as An does, in my opinion. So, they should at least, like, somehow convince Eleonora that it's fine for them to do this. Like, that's how I would say it, at least. Well, if you say so.
まずは何しよっか。リクエストはある？
Let me think. I'd like you to show me your boobs again. These honest words came out before my mind had formed them.
おっぱいだね。いいよ。見るだけじゃなくて、揉んでもいいからね。
She happily begins to unbutton her uniform.
え？
However, for some reason, her hand freezes up in the middle of it. Next moment.
させるか
Oh no! What? After Senpai suddenly jolts up, I realized that Eleonora had suddenly taken her place.
勝手なことはやらせんぞ
With disheveled breathing, she puts the clothing back in order while glaring at me with unbearable intensity.
あれれ？今の、私どうなってたの？
Personality immediately reverted back to that of Senpai's, her eyes wide in utter bafflement. Eleonora took your place for a brief moment.
なんで？私ちゃんと起きてるのに。
Don't ask me.
まさか、無理やり乗っ取られた？
It would appear that Eleonora succeeded in forcefully taking over control of the body for a brief moment.
嘘だ！だって今までこんなこと一度もなかったよ。
I was never in need. Maybe that was just no reasonable opportunity for her to do it.
もう、そんなのできるなら早く言ってよ。
Well, no reason to yell at me.
でも私が優先されるはずなのに。
Matter, spirit, and willpower, I suppose. Seems Eleonora is seriously averse to these kinds of things.
でも気合や根性なら私だって負けない。
Well, actually, I'd feel bad for her if we do it against her will, seeing how much she's against it. Thank you! And in fact, the atmosphere now is already unfitting for any sort of dirty stuff.
しょうがないか。続きはまた今度かな。
Yeah, I think that'd be better. I have a feeling she's gonna get in the way next time as well, though.
心配しないで。エレが寝ている時を狙えば。
寝ずに邪魔してくれる
また？エレ、本当にやめて。ユウマくんが変な人を見る目になってる。
Oh, it's not really the case. It's just that I think I'm witnessing something quite unusual.
これじゃあユウマくんとイチャつけないよ。
At any rate, apparently the road ahead of us is paved with difficulties. Also, I was told that apparently this game has depressing scenes on par with Crow's stuff. So, oh no. Oh no. I had the advantage that during Crow's route, I still did not have a goddamn webcam. Help. This morning, Seppa didn't come to my place to wake me up. Not like there's a promise between us that she would. So if she has something else she needs to do, it can hardly be helped.
ゆうくん、元気ないね。
It's more supposed to be like, or something like that.
今日はまだアン先輩の顔を見てないからじゃないですか？そっか。ゆうくん、寂しがり屋さんだね。
Nah, it's not really the case.
違うなら、私たちと一緒にいるのがそんなに憂鬱？
Sorry, you were right on. I just want to see Senpai as soon as possible. To begin with, I suppose it was rude towards them to have my thoughts somewhere else, and I heave a sigh while I'm with them. Anyhow, let's go to our classroom.
でもゆうくん、チャイム鳴るまでまだちょっと時間あるよ。アン先輩、生徒会室にいるかもしれないね。朝の挨拶してきたら？
Boy, I'm really blessed to have a considerate sister and your childhood friend. Right, I guess I should use the chance and do just that.
いってらっしゃい。また後でね。ゆっくりおはようのチューを楽しんでくるといいよ。チュー？どこにするのかな、ゆうくん。
Don't say weird stuff, Konami. And you, Miu, don't get us involved in your strange daydreams. Boy, I'm really unfortunate at times to have a sister and childhood friend with vivid imaginations. At any rate, I pile with them and make my way to the student council room. Looks like she's here. Seeing that the door isn't locked, I take a single deep breath as I open the door while thinking about what we should talk about today.
ゆうまくん？
Morning.
おはよう。今朝は起こしに行けなくてごめんね。
Nah, it's okay. Did you have something else to do? Apart from student council work, she also has to help at the facility, so I suppose she must be pretty busy. Because of that, I've been worrying whether it might actually be a burden to her, but...
行こうとは思ったんだけど、今朝はエレに邪魔されちゃって。
Ah, so that's why.
もう、本当にエレってば。
It does look like she's been pushing herself, so that makes me feel relieved. It does look like she's been pushing herself, I mean.
ねえ、ゆうまくん。今朝は私に起こしてもらえなくて、寂しかった？
Nah, not really.
なんでよ。私の作った朝ごはん、食べたくなかった？
It's true that I was disappointed, but in exchange for you not coming, Aoi got all fired up today. In fact, to be more precise to say that, until I left the house, I didn't have the time to feel lonely with Aoi around.
ああ、なるほど。もしかして、昨日とか一昨日とか、浅場先生には迷惑だった？
I doubt you'd think that negatively, considering her total disappointment bearing the day before yesterday. I couldn't deny it with absolute certainty.
あ、ちょっと待って。何よ、エレ。
Seems like Eleonora is saying something in her mind.
それはそうだけど。
What did he say?
もう少しゆうまくんの家族にも気を使えってお説教されちゃった。
Sound argument?
ゆうまくんまで？もうなんだか気が抜けちゃう。
In accordance with that, her body suddenly really slackens as she appears all downhearted. I'm not finding fault with you. I just mean to say that there's no need to rush things.
なんかもう限界かも。
Senpai?
実はね、エレが寝たら呼ばいかけようと思って徹夜明けだったりするんだ。
Underworld, are you thinking?
結局朝までエレと一緒に起きてて、本当にもうダメ。
Oh, you're right! She wobbly totters over to her chair, sits down and closes her eyes. However, I'm immediately afterwards.
どうだ、私の勝ちだ。
So she seriously wants to get an hour away, even if it means not getting a single wink of sleep. You know, you also look pretty tired to me. I think you'd better not do anything that's bad for your body.
貴様にそんな心配をされる言われはない。
It's only normal to worry when you see someone with a pale face before you.
とにかく 私の目が黒いうちはこの体には指一本触れさせんからな。
Yeah, I gotcha. So let Senpai have the body again. I'm gonna carry her to the infirmary. In response to both Senpai and Eleonora's behaviors, I couldn't help but let loose a wry smile while somewhat rolling my eyes. Since then, a couple of days went by without any real progress happening between us until Sunday came around. It turned out that I'd be helping out at the children's home Senpai lives at today. Though it's basically just serving as the children's playmate. She's unable to go on a date because of her obligations here, so I asked her to let me come over.
それじゃあ今日は何して遊ぼっか。みんな、リクエストはある？
In response to Senpai's question, there was a single girl who raised her hand with an I do.
何言ってみて。遊ぶ前に、お姉ちゃんとお兄さんとお話がしたいです。
To us?
そうです。質問があります。
Question? I can only wonder what they want to ask.
いいよ。何でも聞いて。まずはお兄さん。
Yeah?
お姉ちゃんと恋人になったって本当ですか？
You told him? Throw a quick glance at in Senpai's direction.
言ったよ。別に隠す必要ないから自慢しちゃった。
Well, I suppose it's true that there's no reason to hide it. There's also no reason to pointlessly spread it around. But there's also no reason to pointlessly spread it around. Or am I the only one who thinks that way?
それで本当のところどうなの？
It's true that I confessed her and we became a couple. Feeling somewhat shy, I averted my eyes while I admit it.
おー、すげえ、本当だったんだ。キスはもうした？
Well,
まだなんだ。
まあ、いきなりそううまくはいかねえよな。みーちゃん、元気出せよ。
Chin up, buddy! I got actually cheered up by children.
ねえみんな、そういうことだったら私たち邪魔しない方がよくない？そうかも。
じゃあ今日は俺たちでチビどもの面倒を見るか。
お兄ちゃんとは遊ばないの？
俺たちだけでも遊べるだろ。
そういうわけで、お姉ちゃん、お兄さん、二人はどっかでイチャイチャしててもいいよ。
Hey, hold on! The whole conversation eventually excluded us and is by now about to become a decided matter among the kids.
みんないい子たちでしょ？
More importantly, what are we gonna do now?
せっかくだからお言葉に甘えてイチャイチャしてる？
No.
なんで？
そうだ。
心配しなくてもこっそり覗いたりしないよ。
That just worries me more.
しないの？
ばっかお前、こっそり覗くんだから言っちゃダメだろ。
あ、そっか。
As you can see, the kids are watching, so yeah. For one thing, that certainly wouldn't be good in terms of their proper education. There's also the fact that looking after them is simply the job she's been entrusted with in the first place. She absolutely mustn't take her eyes off them.
私は別に見られてても平気なんだけどな。
Oh man, this girl. Seriously? ？If you insist, I'll go right ahead. I'll go ahead and really do it, okay?
それは、ワクワク。ドキドキ。
The kids gaze at Senpai with sparkling eyes.
ごめんなさい。やっぱり無理です。
You don't say.
もう、せっかく恋人同士の日曜日なのに、しょうがないな。
Besides, there's also our Eleonora problem.
あの子のことは置いておくとして。
At any rate, since we've undertaken responsibility for the kids, we agreed on the fact that we have to be serious and properly attend to them.
じゃ、お部屋の中で遊びたい人は私のところに、お外で遊ぶ人はゆうまくんのところに集合ね。はーい。
After that, I taught the kids that were brimming with energy some soccer until evening. You had to teach them soccer? At night, after I was done helping out at the facility.
ただいま。
As always, I returned to my room by myself. Somehow this empty room feels awfully lonely today.
せっかくユウマくんが来てくれたのにな。
Went home around evening. In the end, we didn't even have much time to talk. And then, as I was quietly heaving a sigh by myself,
今日も奴は指一本触れてこなかったな。
エレ？
Ellie talks me inside my mind.
いい傾向だ。浅場ユーマも己の立場をわきまえてきたようだ。
Somehow she got a bit under my skin with that. It's, for the most part, all Ella's fault that there's basically zero progress between Yuma and me.
さあ、次はどうする？もう予売は諦めたのか？
Ellie asks me that as if she's deliberately provoking
テレ
me.
ビでも見よっと。
You know, Ellie sit down in front of the TV.
おいやん。なんだその態度は。返事くらいしろ。
They're actively pissing her off. You don't get to be angry now. Like, sure, she's not doing the nice things. However, you're also not doing the nice things. You're both inhabiting the same body. You ought to fucking talk about this bullshit.
ああ、ろくな番組やってないな。
おいこら、聞こえているんだろ。
Ignore it all, ignore it all.
おい、あん。聞こえてないのか？
お茶でも入れようっと。
本当に聞こえていないのか？バカな。
This is really mean. I can sense that Ella is gradually tearing up.
そんな。あんと話せなくなってしまったら、私はどうすれば。なあ、返事をしてくれ。
ああ、もう、しょうがないな。
No longer able to bear watching Ella as she panics, I position myself in front of the window.
聞こえていたのか？
無視していただけよ、もう。
そうか。驚かせないでくれ。
悪かったから、そんな顔しないの。
She's clearly the more childish one among the two.
いや、こっちこそ。そんなに怒るとは思わなかったんだ。
怒るよ、あんなこと言われたら。
本当にすまない。まさかアンがそこまで淫乱だったとは知らなかった。
うわぁ、塩らしい態度で暴言だ。
けど、一つだけ分かってほしい。
She mutters with a mixture of being troubled and apologetic.
その体は私のものでもあるんだ。だから、ハレンチなことは、ちょっと。
Thank you. Finally, speaking up about fucking time.
ああ。そっか。そうだったね。ごめん。
It's not like I forgot about it, it's just that I avoided thinking about it as much as possible. I guess I've been acting selfish after all. I suppose I need to apologize for how I acted.
ごめんね。私、ちゃんとエレの気持ちを考えていなかったみたい。
いや、いいんだ。私も勝手なことを言っているのだし。
けど、今回はエレが正しいよ。だから、エレがそう言うならもうしない。諦める。
いいのか？
だって、エレが嫌なら仕方ないでしょ？私たち、離れることはできないんだもの。
Some tells me at the end of this route there's gonna be a way for them to separate. That's just something that tells me that. Firmly make my decision. Maybe I had already decided right from the very beginning. Maybe it was precisely because I understood all of that I just whined around on purpose while Lily was looking.
なあ、
何？
最近思うのだが、私はアンにとって邪魔だろうか。
何言ってるんだか。そんなこと思ったこともないよ。
だが、私のわがままのせいで、アンはまっとうな恋ができていない。
だったら、ユウマくんに処女あげても許してくれる？
それは、 やはり勘弁してほしい。
Honestly, God, the best thing that On could do at this point is somehow try to, like, play the matchmaker between Eleonora and Yuma. So she's fine with it as well. Like, that's basically the best she could do. But something tells you that's not gonna happen, actually.
大丈夫だよ。エレがいいって言ってくれるまで何もしないから。
Right, after all, I'm...
本当にそれでいいのだろうか。
ダメな理由がわからないかな。
I may say jokingly every once in a while, but not once did I really think of her as a burden or a nuisance. Instead, I think it might actually be the other way around. To her, I'm...
ごめんね、エレ。私だけ恋なんてし始めて。
今さらどうした？
エレにも好きな人とかできたらいいのにね。
いきなり何を言い出すのだ、貴様は！
なんとなくね。
I have scruples in regards to me alone becoming happy. Me who lives as a human, Ellen who lives as a soul reaper. The unfair me is pushing all the ugly things onto her, and the pitiful Elle who has even her body stolen from her. That's just how we are, there's no helping it. That's precisely why I at least want to grant her wishes. I don't want to do anything she doesn't want. Even though that, in reality, is probably nothing but hypocrisy.
だが想像してみてくれ。もし私に好きな男ができたとして、その男に処女をあげたいと私が言い出したらどんな気持ちがする？
うわ、背筋に寒気が走ったんですけど。
だろ？
本当すみませんでした。
But then at this rate, wouldn't we like stay virgins forever? Actually, it's just one solution I could think of, but...
ねえエレ、念のために聞いておきたいんだけど、エレはユーマくんのことどう思ってる？
は？その質問にどういう意味がある？
いや、なんとなくね。
No particular reason!
嫌いに決まっているだろ。あんないやらしいことばかり考えているような男だぞ。
そんなことはないんじゃないかな。
いや、そうに決まっている。むしろ男なんてみんなそうだ。ただあの男は私の存在を知っているからな。それで今は我慢しているだけなのだろうが。
やっぱり我慢させちゃってるかな。
アンは鈍すぎる。私たちの体を見る目つきは普通に飢えたオスだぞ。
そっか。まあ年頃の男の子だもんね。
Try to imagine how he feels a bit.
オン？
Ah, it's pretty bad.
どうした？心拍が乱れているぞ。
ちょっとだけ不安になってきたかも。
This rate, maybe.
大丈夫だよね。私が拒み続けたからって愛想つかされたりしないよね。
その程度の男ならこちらから願い下げだろう。
でも一生童貞で我慢してなんて言えないよ。
それは
何もしてあげられないなら別れた方がいいかな。
When would I quietly whisper that?
それはダメだ。早まるな。
でもエレ。
Yet with teary eyes, I just stared at her in puzzlement.
脅迫みたいで卑怯だぞ今のは。
どうして？
I was actually expecting to hear her say something like, then hurry and break up already or something.
くそ。わかった。
わかったって何が？
あんがそこまで言うのなら私が我慢すればそれで済む話だ。
エレ？
Honest to God, the thing that would be awesome at this point is if Elle actively is like, okay, I'm just gonna bear with it for the sake of An, and An's just gonna like reluctantly go for it. Because while she doesn't want to hurt Elle, she also doesn't want him to fall out of love with her. And then Yuma just straight up says like, no. No. That would actually be awesome if you actively just was like, no. That's where I draw the line. No? Mm-mm. First off, you don't really want it. It's fucking obvious. You're hesitant. Second off, you're there! In the mirror! Not gonna do that to you! Not that much of an asshole!
もう、処女でも何でも、好きに捧げてこい！
なんか、さっきまでと言ってることが違うよ。
放っておいたら、他の女に寝取られるかもしれないのだろ？そんなことでアンが傷つくのは、嫌だ。
Is it simply for my sake that she says she'll put up with something she can hardly bear with? Or could it be that there's some other reason why she can put up with it?
エレ、もしかして。
However, Elle then speaks as if to interrupt me.
取られたくないのだろ？だったら、しっかり捕まえておけ。
I can be absolutely sure, but I can't be absolutely sure, but I think Elle also doesn't want to part with him. I like the fucking seed is probably there, because after spending that much time, she's probably realized that he's at least halfway decent. So if he can now somehow convince her that he's really decent, there's a chance that she'll actually be fucking okay with it. So if she now tries to get onto him, he just needs to say no. Not until Elle is fine with it. Not gonna force her into that. I can fucking keep I've spent my life only having fun with my right hand. I was planning to spend my whole life that way before I decided to go out with you, since I was just going to fucking forever say no to love anyways. I can take it. With the weekend over, another school day came, and we eventually welcomed after school time. I know why I said it like that. Today, Tsushima, Mio, and Konami, and also Sora left early, as they all have other plans and things to do. So basically, Senpai and I are the only ones left inside this room right now, but... Between me and her, who every once in a while stirs her body restlessly, persists a quiet atmosphere devoid of conversation. Senpai, I'm unable to bear it any longer, I address her.
何？
You seem really fidgety to me. There's something the matter.
大丈夫。なんでもないから。
While I continue to question her blatantly weird behavior inside my mind, I casually throw in a conversation topic. Anyhow, they're all kind of busy, huh?
本当にね。みおちゃんがお家の手伝いで、ゆうりが学食のバイト。で、コナタンは何の用事だっけ？
Apparently a study session with some friends from her class.
ああ、そうそう。コナタンもそういうのするんだね。ちょっと意外かも。
Since she's constantly hanging out here, you can't really tell, but she can actually get along with pretty much anyone. She has a lot of more friends than I do.
そうなんだ。
Yeah.
へえ。
With one topic exhausted, the strange silence takes over once again. Seriously, now, is something the matter?
いや、その...
I have absolutely no clue why, but she looks very fidgety.
あ、ちょっと待って。何よ、エレ。
Presumably, Eleonora had addressed her in her mind, and Senpai froze up for us. A short moment.
でも、いざとなると...
Most likely, while answering Eleonora, she throws quick glimpses at me for some reason. You talking to me?
ごめん、こっちのことだから。
Like, he's just like, you talking to me? Huh? You fucking talking to me? Okay?
どうして？
Judging by her demeanor and what she says, I suppose they may be arguing about something concerning me. What is she saying?
あのね、なんかユウマくんと話をさせろって。
To me? Eleonora! She nods.
私にもよくわからないんだけど、ちょっとこっちに来てもらってもいい？
Approach the mirror. Yeah, sure. Like that, Senpai walks over to the windows of the room. As she stands by a window, Eleonora, who's now reflected in a glass, stares at me with ill humor.
おい、浅場ユーマ。
What do you want?
貴様も貴様だ。少しは察したらどうだ。
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. What hint?
案がエロいことをやりたがっている。許可するから抱いてやれ。
Go ahead, do it! What? In response to that unthinkable utterance, I'm rendered speechless, my mouth wide open.
だから、セックスを許可すると言っている。処女をくれてやるから感謝しろ。
ちょっとエレいきなり何言ってるの？
いつまで経っても言い出せないようだからな。代わりに言ってやっているだけだ。
エレのアホ！だからって他に言い方ってものがあるでしょ
うが！文句があるなら自分で言え。私はマダルッコシーヌは苦手だ。
言われなくても自分で言うつもりだったし。
本当か？
いや、多分。
まったく世話の焼ける。
そんなことは別に。
Doesn't look like she has much confidence in that as her presence dejectedly dwindles. No, more importantly.
ユウマくん、今のは違うからね。
How exactly?
とにかくやり直し。エレの言うことは気にしないで。
Ah, okay.
いいよ、気にしろ。そもそも貴様、こういうことを女の方から言わせるな。
You're the one who basically forced her to bring it up first. You've been constantly getting in the way of every single attempt they tried to get it on at. So of course he's not going to try because he thinks, yes, Eleonora's just going to get in the way. Sorry, you're right about that.
それでいい。
As I apologize unwittingly, Eleonora nods in satisfaction.
それと、もう一つ言っておきたいことがある。
There's more?
ああ、私は初めてなんだ。だから、できれば、優しくしてほしい。
Okay.
ちょっと待てー！これじゃ私じゃなくてエレとエッチするみたいでしょ？
ある意味、その通りではあるのだが。
もうエレは引っ込んでて、あとは私とユウマくんで話すから。おいこら、
Presumably unable to bear it any longer, she distances herself from the window, making Eleonora, who's been reflected there, instantly disappear. I just really want to... I wasn't done with talking with her. He just pulls up his camera. His phone, just holds up the screen. Hi, I'm back. I'm just gonna run after her until I'm done talking to you. What if it works with camera as well? Senpai, please come down a bit. It's not like I can't understand how she feels. So what about what Eleonora just said? A flash, her face lights up to a fiery red color. What shall we do? A blatantly hectic and flustered state, she repeatedly throws glances at me, only to turn away again.
やっぱり今のなし。
Forget about it.
だってなんかほら、もうそんな空気じゃないし。だから
With a swaying gauge, her body moves towards the door.
も た今度ということで。
The very moment she's about to flee from me. Senpai, wait! My body moved on the spur of the moment. I go after her, seize her hand, and with momentum as if to push her down. Oh, so they did fuck, and it was actually cut out, but I still had to censor things. What is this version? After what we did, we couldn't possibly find the motivation to continue with student council work. Due to that, after putting our clothes back in order, we decided to leave the student council room and go home.
さて、これでよしっと。
I actually can't help but feel like I want to read through the sex scene. Because I feel like there's some story important shit in there. Having locked the door, Senpai snuggles up to my side.
どうしたの？真っ赤になっちゃってる。
You're the one to talk. Your ears are as red as fire.
あ、そうかな。
Well, I suppose that's only natural, though. You did it, huh?
うん。しちゃったね。
We gaze at each other amidst a somewhat embarrassed atmosphere.
おう、立ってるとあそこから精液出てきちゃう。
Thanks for ruining this good atmosphere.
だって、事実なんだからしょうがないでしょ？
So it came inside, okay. Well, that's true, I guess. Sorry. Just couldn't resist throwing in a flippant remark regarding how her statement utterly ruined the atmosphere in an instant, but I can only candidly apologize here.
もう、女の子はいろいろと大変なんだからね。
Mean you want to hurry home and take a shower?
なんか、それはそれで、ユウマくんの匂いが消えちゃうみたいで違うかな。
Are you the type who won't wash your hands for a while after shaking hands with a celebrity?
ユウマくんだからだよ。
See? Makes me shy as she states that that as if it was perfectly natural.
でもまあ、エッチな匂いで子供たちの前に出られないし、シャワーは浴びるけどね。
And to think of it, you have to hop at the facility once you're back. Will you be okay?
心配しないで。確かに、このままベッドに倒れ込みたい気分だけど。
No, I see.
ユウマくん？
So much blood came out there, and she also looked to be in pain. There's no way it wasn't taxing on her body. Kind of pointless to say this after all is said and done, but I feel like we went kind of overboard.
そうかもね。私はすごく幸せだよ。
I'm saying that, but...
でも
Was Eleonora really alright with that?
エレのことまで気にかけてくれるんだ。
Well, yeah.
ありがとう。なんか嬉しいな。
Senpai?
あのね、エレのことも大丈夫だよ。あの子だって、実は結構喜んでたんだから。
Is that so?
今は真っ赤になって放心してるけど、私の中で。
That doesn't sound like she's alright to me, though.
照れてるだけだよ。私にはわかるんだ。エレとはずっと一緒だったから。
Is that really how it is?
あのね、ユウマくん。
Thereupon, she directly gazed at me with clear bright eyes.
エレも、ああ見えて本当はね。
She softly whispers the following words into my ear as if letting me in on a secret.
ユウマくんのこと、お気に入りみたいだよ。
When I heard that, I couldn't fully conceal my bewilderment, like just like... What? The fuck? After school the day following our first time.
ジンポウ先輩、本当にごめんなさい。いいよ、気にしないで。用事があるなら仕方ないし。ユウくんもごめんね。他にもお仕事あるのに。
It's alright, don't worry about it. Just hurry home already. Apparently Mio has to help out at the shrine today, which is why she has to leave early. Because of that, Senpai and I have taken over flower bed maintenance, which is usually Mio's task. It's just weeding that needs to be done today, right?
あとはゴミとか落ちてたら拾っておいてくれると助かるかも。
Sure thing. That's all we need to do. I doubt it'll take much time.
それじゃあゆうくん、ジンポウ先輩、よろしくお願いします。任せて。みおちゃんも気をつけて帰ってね。はい、失礼します。
So, with school bag in hand, Mio runs off towards the entrance. I like how Mio is one of the few where you only see like part of the top of the head.
それじゃあゆうまくん、早速始めましょうか。
In honor response, then we head off to the flower bed. As a result of Mio's thoroughly taking care of the flower bed every day, we basically found no litter at all. The only litter worth mentioning was a printout that was apparently blown here by the wind. Seems like there are no ill-mannered students who litter at our school. I suppose it's a certain PMC chairman's fruits of labor. Anyhow, since maintenance is always diligently done here, there was almost no weed to be found, and consequently, our task was so negligible and consequential in volume that, frankly speaking, having 2 people was pretty much overkill.
終わっちゃったね。
Yeah.
なんかこれだけっていうのもな。
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Having told Mio to leave it to us with a big mouth, it leaves you with an awkward feeling after finishing in a blink of an eye, doing only the simple routine tasks she asks of us.
そうそう。実はね、前から校舎裏にも花壇を作りたいなって思ってたの。
Huh? At the back? I imagine sun exposure isn't exactly great there, though.
でも綺麗な花壇があったら、カツアゲするときにちょっと気がそがれるでしょ？
That's your reasoning?
まあ、本当に作れるかどうかはともかく、雑草だらけだから綺麗に掃除しておきたいなって。
That's a good thing, but you want to do it now?
せっかく外に出てきたし、時間もあるからね。
Sure, I guess. Well, yeah, let's do that while we're at it. I'll help too, of course.
ありがとう。一緒に頑張ろう。
Thus, following this flower bed maintenance, we proceed to weed the area behind the school building. Really now, she doesn't look like it rather off, but she does quite the job as the student council president. Like the weeding Mio asked us to handle, it was quite a chore over here. A couple of hours go by as the 2 of us silently work on the weeding. Before we knew it, the sun had already begun to sink, making the surroundings grow dim. Finally done.
結構大変だったね。でも、おかげさまで綺麗になったよ。
I also feel gratified. Having returned to the courtyard, I use my hand to wipe off the sweat on my forehead as I walk next to Senpai.
あ、こら、泥がついちゃうよ。泥だらけなんだから、そのまま触っちゃダメ。
Sorry, do I have dirt on it now?
今のはセーフだったけど、ほら、手を出して。
My hands like this. I present her my dirty hands like she wanted.
そのままじっとしててね。
Then, I don't know when or how she got it ready, she takes out a cold wet towel and wipes my hands with it. Why'd you hide such a wet towel the whole time? And how is it even cold?
こんなこともあろうかと思って。
That doesn't answer my question at all. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. As she wipes my hand, I gradually stop caring about that little detail. Because her usual natural caring side makes me feel kinda embarrassed.
男の子の手だよね。
That's so?
昨日はこの手にいろいろされちゃったんだよね。
What are you saying all of a sudden?
こうしてユウマくんに触れていると思い出しちゃって。
Hearing that, even I recalled the sensation of her body when I touched it yesterday. It was so soft.
あ、でも今まではこの右手がユウマくんの恋人だったんだね。実はライバル？
Seriously, what the heck are you saying? Naturally, that just made me want to roll my eyes at her.
おのれ、ユウマくんの初めてを奪いやがって。もうオナニーとかしちゃダメだからね。
Well,
何？あたしというものがありながら浮気？
how's that supposed to count as cheating? I wonder just how serious she is.
エッチな気持ちになったらいつでも言ってね。あたしが全部お世話してあげるから。あれ？ もしかして怒ってる？本当の恋人はやっぱり自分の右手なの？
No, that's not it. Man, this girl. Senpai, really have no idea about the sexual desires of a healthy young man, do you?
どういうこと？
Whenever a girl's around, you can almost safely assume that the guy has dirty thoughts.
えっと、
And if you say stuff like that, you take stuff. And if you say stuff like you take care of my lower body's needs on top of things, there's no way I wouldn't get turned on.
早速なってるの？エッチな気持ちに？
You said I could tell you any time, right?
いや、でも、
Didn't miss you when you said you'd take care of all my needs, did I?
ユウマくんがいじめる。
Well, it'd be great if you mouthed and write checks your body can't cash.
でも、興奮しちゃったのは本当？
Well, yeah, I feel aroused now that you said something like that. It'd be a lie to say that I wasn't anticipating anything at all.
じゃあ、わかった。
I figured this conversation would just be brushed on the table quietly, but instead she readily nodded. Huh? That's alright?
自分で言ったことは守らないとね。
Even as she turns all red, she directs a smile at me. That gesture's so cute that it stirs up my excitement even more.
でも、草むしりして今は汗臭いと思うから、せめてお風呂に。
Okay. There's an odd light bulb lit in my mind at the word bath.
ごめんね。散らしちゃって。
No, that's not a problem. I mean, we can just get in together like we did the other day.
え？
Alright, let's get moving then.
ちょっとユウマくん？
Pulling her by her hand, I set off for the school's public bath.
もう、本当にエッチな男の子だったんだね。
Seems like she learned another thing about my real personality.
いいのかな、こんなことして。
And it feels a bit like we're doing something wrong. We snuck into the already closed women's bath, confirmed that no one's there, and put the closed for cleaning sign in front of the entrance. The girls who have cleaned the bath today most likely have already taken their baths, so it's highly unlikely that it'll raise any suspicions. Last time already solidified that no one is gonna come in with this setup, so the plan is flawless. Probably.
まあ、いいか。それじゃあ、ユウマくんは先に入っていてくれる？
I'm just having this up for just in case. Just trust me on this. I have a bad feeling. Can't I stay and watch you?
見るって、服脱ぐの？
Yeah, actually I've always wanted to see a girl undress for once.
だんだんユウマくんも遠慮がなくなってきたね。
You said I can't just frankly tell you what I want. Isn't that right?
わかってるよ。もう。でも、私だけだと不公平だから、一緒に、ね。
Like he says that, just his clothes suddenly just vanish. I am ready. What the fuck happened? The horny transcends reality. Yeah?
見られる恥ずかしさを君も存分に味わうように。
A feeling that could turn me on its own.
なんかいろんな性癖に目覚めかけてない？
Maybe I just have a multicolored variety of dispositions. Maybe I just have a multicolored variety of dispositions right from the start.
まったく、これだからむっつりは。
Can't make light of them class perverts. What an unjust accusation. Anyhow, let's take our clothes off.
そうだね。あんまり長いしちゃうと、ここ使う人に迷惑だろうし。
So I fling off my blazer while I watch Senpai start undressing, stripping her uniform top first. The rustling sound of clothing fills the dressing room. We're so quiet as we take off our clothes that this normally faint sound seems loud and clear. In the mirror, it's just like in the mirror you just see the fucking Eleonora like, oh my god, just stop, this is fucking embarrassing. A couple of small minutes go by and eventually both of us are stark naked.
泣いたよ。
Yeah, me too. Under the bright light, her skin is exposed to my field of vision with nothing to conceal it.
そんなにチロチロ見ないで。
You can also stare at my body as much as you want.
もう、そういう意味じゃなくて。
Senpai widens her eyes and was surprised after she shifted her gaze to my body.
なんでもう大きくなってるの？
I'm a healthy young man. It's only natural in this situation.
ああ、そっか。そういうものなんだ。
I guess it already reached the point where she simply stopped caring already as she smiled at me, despite appearing a bit put off.
とにかく行こう。続きはお風呂入りながらゆっくりと。ね。
Yeah, let's go. So we open the door to the spacious bath, ready to be exclusively used by just the two of us. Someone's inside.
うわ
Got a sense of that again. 120, 56. Let's do 55. 120, 55. As we sit next to each other in the bathwater, Senpai somewhat knits her brows and starts to ponder about something. Senpai?
何？
Well, something on your mind?
まあ、ちょっとね。で、それより胸ばっかり見ないの。
I'm also looking at other parts like your belly and lower body.
そういう問題じゃなくて。
And also touch you, not just look.
こら、本当に触ろうとしない。
She slapped my hand, which I had extended towards her. A pity.
あのね、ダメってことはないんだけど、心の準備が。
See? Sorry.
こっちこそ、ごめんね、叩いたりして。
Nah, it was my fault. It's not good to just lust after without considering a convenience. I know that, but I just... ha.
どうしたの？深呼吸なんて始めちゃって。
I intended to somehow calm myself down with that, since I can hardly suppress my urge to jump at you at once.
そうなんだ。
She shrinks away from me just slightly. You're naked in front of me, so it's just perfectly normal.
そんな開き直られても。
I don't mean to do it against your will, but you... Are you really against me doing that?
と。
Can't be helped. Let's hold out just a bit longer. Thinking that, I back down,
や
but...
っぱり、なんか悔しい。
Bitter? Feel a bit perplexed at the word, which she has quietly
だっ
muttered.
てさっきからずっとユーマくんのペースなんだもん。
How'd you say it? Sure, that's quite unusual.
一回やらしてあげたからって調子に乗ってる。そんなにどんよりしないで。冗談、ジョークだから。
Well, thinking about it, I believe you have a point. Once the self-awareness is there, there's no escaping the blow anymore.
別に怒ってるわけじゃないから。
But you said you feel bitter.
それは、なんていうか、違和感みたいなもので。
As she goes on mumbling, she sinks into thought as if she's searching for the right word.
そう、もっとユーマくんをいじりたい。
What can I say?
あれ、なんか引いちゃった？
Well, I guess it's true that you have a playful side and you like to pick on others.
違うってば。いじめたいわけじゃなくて、いじりたいの。
Sorry, I don't know how that's any different.
ちょっと言い方を間違えたかも。
Having said that, she embarrassingly sinks into water up to her shoulders.
ね、ユーマくん。
え？
昨日エッチした時ってさ、私、寝転んでただけだったでしょ？
What of it?
ユーマくんが頑張って、私のこと気持ちよくしてくれて、そういうの、ちょっと嫌だなって。
I also simply did what made me feel good, though.
昨日のことはもういいの。私もじっとしてるだけで精一杯だったから。でも、ずっとユーマくんに任せっきりなのは、嫌なの。
So basically you don't want me to think of you as a dead lay?
ちょっと頑張って って別の言い方したのに。
Her face flushes red in an instant. All I can think about right now is just, what is it called? Pathos of something? It's a really trash manga. And all I can think about is like, yes, she doesn't want to be a dead lady because he's gonna get older, so she's gonna have to be more active. And that just reminds me of the fucking pathos of whatever the fuck, because there's a whole issue where the teacher lady, like, has sex with her husband, but he finishes too fucking early and then is too exhausted because he's old. And so it just ends. I don't know why that's immediately like I'm angry that I can't remember the name. Like I remember it's like this manga isn't just a car crash that you can't stop watching. It isn't a fucking bus crash. It's no fucking like. It's like on catastrophic level. It's like a fucking spacecraft just kind of like crashed into a fucking plane on launch, causing the plane to ram into a ship, causing the ship to somehow ram into a harbor, causing cars to crash. That kind of level where you just like it's a catastrophe, but you can't stop watching. Seems that was a term she wanted to avoid saying. Can't say that. I don't wonder why it's just that one particular term, though.
もう、だからさ、なんていうか。
Then she fixatedly peers into my face.
今日は、私に任せてくれる？
Leave it to you.
ゆうまくんのこと、喜ばせてあげたいの。私が頑張って、してあげたいの。
If she wanted to mean, she could literally just swap over to Eleonora mid-sex. That's kind of like her, actually. That's kind of like her, really. It's not good to simply let myself get spoiled by her, but there's also no mistaking that this is just how the girl I love and I'm in love with is.
ダメかな。
No, it's fine. I'll leave it to you then.
よかった。私、頑張るからね。
This is probably the end of the scene. Sure, but I'd be glad if you didn't overdo it. Just what is she gonna do now? That thought alone makes my dick stand tall and proud with breakum flowing.
じゃあ、早速。はい、お湯から上がって。
Okay, now the text box is probably gonna vanish. Well, hey, are you okay? Oh, that was no like, yes, scene end, scene start. It's actually just, yes, she's fucking asleep now. She's sleeping. Well, I might as well have passed. Well, she might have passed out, I guess.
ゆうまくん。もっと。
I told you I can't go on anymore. The fact that you say that even in your sleep is sorta embarrassing her naked body as she's lying on top of me. Extract my shrinking dick from her. I'm also completely exhausted and feel like following suit and fainting right here on the spot, but can't have that, obviously. Senpai, wake up, please. However, shaking her slightly doesn't make her wake up. So, what am I supposed to do now? Got to think of it. If Senpai's sleeping, that means... Ah! I saw Senpai's body glow, and the very next moment her hair color has changed to silver.
おい、話せ。
Sure.
まったく、貴様らは。
She nudie. Sorry, it really help if you took over until she wakes up.
当たり前だ。このまま寝ているわけにもいかないだろ。
I don't know whether it's because she's naked or that she has seen everything we did until now, but she's letting her gaze wander awkwardly.
もう嫌になる。貴様ら、やりすぎだ。
Sorry. I had no other option but to apologize before this teary-eyed girl. Okay, that was only side boob. I think we're safe there. However, I am, just in case, going to note down the timestamp of 2:29:18. Let's say 18. It's 1:29, not 2:29. 1:29:18. Side of my nose is annoying me. During lunch break. Today, Senpai and I have once again eaten lunch together in the student council room, but, well...
あ、 そろそろチャイム鳴っちゃうかな。
Right, thanks for the meal.
ん？それは何に対して言ってるのかな？
Obviously in regards to the lunch.
昼ご飯？本当にそれだけ？
And also your lips.
お粗末様でした。
In short, after we had finished our lunches, we proceeded to flirt and kiss until now. Naturally, we didn't go further than kissing, since we still have classes to attend after this.
ねえ、ゆうまくん。私のキスの味どうだった？レモンの味した？
Nope, like sauce, the one from the fried soba bread you had for lunch.
全然色っぽくない。
The sauce didn't taste bad, though.
でも、なんかちょっと。次からキスする前にはレモン食べるね。
Say that you're gonna brush your teeth or something instead. Stop talking silly things and let us go back to our classrooms.
はーい。ゆうまくんはとりあえずでも突っ込んでくれるから嬉しいな。
Gonna ignore you next time then. Yet for some reason I'm filled with a happy feeling and that loose awry smile. She probably realized that as well since the both of us head to the door in an equally great mood. Then the moment we've entered the hallway. Oh no. We found Hanako in front of the student council room.
あれ？花やん、どうしたの？なんでもないです。お気になさらずに。
He's trying to get a scoop. Just for your information, you're blatantly acting suspicious.
うっさい浅バカ。誰のせいだと思ってんのよ。
You mean to say it's mine?
あ、
Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
花やん、まさかとは思うけど、見てた？見てたって何をですか？その、昼休みの生徒会室を。見てませんよ。嫌な予感したからドアを開けませんでしたし。
So basically you've been eavesdropping on us in front of the door, huh?
聞かなかったことにしてやろうってんだから黙ってなさいよ。
I see. That's unusual for Hanako. I mean, there's something she'd normally treat as juicy scoop material for an article.
それで、こんな場所にいるってことは、何か生徒会に用事だったり？それは、ちょっと会長にお話が。話？手短に済みそうなら、今聞くよ。
Senpai's expression changes to president mode as she compels Hanako to say what this is about. I suppose it must be something she's reluctant to bring up. She blushes slightly and goes on to waver for a short while.
実はですね、私見ちゃったんです。
In the bath? So you were peeping on us after all.
だからそっちは見てないっつうの。それなら、見ちゃったって何を？昨日のことなんですけど、私がお風呂場の前を通りかかったら、
Senpai's body jumps with a jerk. I'm pretty sure my reaction just now was rather similar to hers.
その反応はやっぱり。なんのことかな？幽霊でも見ちゃった？いえ、私が見たのは、女湯から会長と浅バカが二人で出てくるところです。で、思わず激写しちゃったんですけど。証拠写真まで？
This is pretty bad. This is way worse than if she had seen us kissing just now.
それで、この写真をどうしようかなーって。要求を聞きましょうか。部費のアップ？まあ、それも飲んでいただけるとありがたいんですけど。
Is there more? As long as you delete that photo in exchange, I'd comply with most demands.
このタイミングでそんな魅力的な提案しないで。
What do you mean?
そもそも、こんなのネタがヤバすぎて記事にできるわけないっしょ。まあ、そうかも。こんなん暴露したところで誰も幸せになりませんから、 言われなくても消すつもりです。
See, I suppose you could say that she's a proper journalist at heart.
それなら、話って何？写真消しちゃう前に、一言言っておきたくて。
You mean...
正直勘弁してください。つか、場所を選べ、このバカプレイ。ごめんなさい。
We're sorry.
今度やったら
After that, Hanako continued to lecture us, while both of us just kept apologizing over and over again. But, well, we can consider ourselves lucky that Hanako was the only one who saw us, I guess? She wasn't the only one who saw you, something tells me. Because of that, we didn't really make out for the rest of the day. Needless to say, we held back on doing any dirty things. At night, I heaved a heavy sigh after withdrawing to my room. It's only been a day without me getting to touch her, and somehow I already feel like I'm in a state of sexual frustration.
Yuma-san?
Less than optimal. Do you know you were here?
ずっといました。
Seeing that she puffs up her cheeks sullenly, I guess it displeases her that I didn't notice her. Sorry, so what's the matter?
ため息など疲れておりま
What's
し
the
たか
matter
ら
with
ね。
you?
ティナ
I know why I
様
did
が
that.
心配なさるのも当然かと。
True enough.
ああ、ちなみに私はみじんも心配しておりませんよ。どうせくだらないことでしょうから。
Actually, there is hardly any denying that in it being ridiculous.
小太郎は少し黙ってて。
やれやれでございますね。ティナ様もお優しいことで。
いいから黙ってて。
Why is he drooling? Tina turns her gaze towards me while she brandishes Kotaro in her hand.
アンさんと喧嘩しましたか？
Nah, that's not it. We're doing fine.
ですが、何かあったなら相談してください。
You see, someone noticed us having sex! Console with her. Huh. I'm frustrated because I didn't have sex with her today, so what should I do now? Sure, as if I could say something like that. Kotaro's right, it's nothing worth mentioning, so there's nothing to worry about, but thanks for worrying about me. Plaster a light smile and pet Tina's head.
どういたしまして。
Start to feel embarrassed as Tina smiles in apparent pleasure. She's still holding him. Might be a good idea to cool my head down somewhat. Alright, I'm gonna swing by the convenience store.
こんな時間にお買い物ですか？
I just want to breathe some fresh outdoor air. And I'll buy some ice cream or something. Won't tag along.
アイス一緒に行きたいです。私が選びます。
Let's go then.
私もお供いたしますよ。
Thus, Kotaro, Tina, and I set off for a little night stroll. However, just a mere few steps of walking after leaving the house.
これは。エレ様の気配がいたしますね。
Nora is around. Hearing that, I run my gaze over my surroundings, but I can't seem to spot her.
あそこです。
I shift my gaze to where Tina is pointing at.
貴様らか。
Yo. Interesting how I'm already used to this sort of sudden appearance.
久しいな、ティナ。
ユーマさん。
Seeing that she's tightly clenching to my arm, I suppose she may actually be really afraid of Eleonora as opposed to Senpai.
今日は貴様を連れ戻しに来たわけではない。そこまで怯えなくてもよい。
はい。
You're doing collections? Then, what do you want?
別に貴様らに用などない。ただの通りすがりだ。
Ah, I see.
仕事の途中でな。もう終わって帰るところだ。
By work, you mean?
死神のお仕事？
So basically, someone in the neighborhood died. Even if it wasn't an acquaintance of mine, just knowledge that something like that happened would just make my heart heavy.
貴様が気にすることではない。そんな顔をするな。
But
大往生だった。それに、この魂は新しい命へと受け継がれる。
I see. All life is bound to come to an end eventually. Hence, I suppose you could say that this is no more than just the way of the world.
それでも、別れは辛いものだが。
Eleonora? Both Senpai and the Soul Reaper before me are continuously exposed to this sort of painful goodbyes. Despite the fact that they actually get it out of their heads, they neither avert their eyes nor run away from it.
まあ、ティナがやりたくないという気持ちも少しはわかる。
しかし、いずれはティナ様にもエレ様のお手伝いをしていただかないと。
嫌なものは嫌。
Her voice of refusal was awfully feeble. I think Tina in fact perfectly understands it herself. That is, that someone needs to do this job.
本当は良くないのだが、今はまだ見逃そう。
Eleonora quietly addresses Tina.
だが、覚えておいてほしい。聖者はいつか死を迎える。ここはそういう世界だ。
Is he ever gonna mention the fact that he's in fact dead?
でも、
浅場ユーマ、
What is it?
ティナは、そんな世界の現実に耐えられなかったんだ。
Oh!
子猫を一匹見とっただけで、心が折れてしまった。
Of course it would if the first thing she reaps is a little kitten! Of fucking course I would have! Poor fucking girl! I wanna hug Tina now! I wanna hug Tina and pet her! My god, poor girl! No! No! Tina also did Soul Reaper work before? And I know what not to respond to my question.
私がやらせたのだが、まだティナには早すぎた。失敗だったと認めるしかない。だが、それでも、いつかその子は現実と向き合わなければならない。
I honestly don't fucking wonder she doesn't want to do it if the first thing she killed is an adorable little kitten.
なぜなら
Say
我ら
killed, but
は
it wasn't killed.
死神として生まれてしまったのだから。
I know that.
頼む。今すぐでなくてもいい。ティナの折れてしまった心を直してやってほしい。
It's easier said than done. I have absolutely no idea whether that's something I can do for her.
心に留めておいてくれれば、それでいい。
Got it. As I've nodded, Tina pulls at my arm.
わからなくていいです。私、死神じゃないですから。
Tina?
今は恋の妖精だったか？
Surprisingly, Eleonora directs a gentle gaze at Tina.
そうです。恋の妖精の力で、ユーマさんとアンさんを恋人にしました。
You didn't do anything at all.
そんなことはないですよ。
Oh man, this girl is just hopeless.
ところで、それについてなんだが、
Regarding what?
お前とアンの関係についてだ。
You got some complaints?
あるに決まってるだろう。むしろ普通に考えて、不満しかないのが当然だ。
That's so? I actually kinda have a vague sense of awareness in that regard.
アンの友人として言わせてもらうが、たまには普通のデートでもしてやったらどうだ。
A normal date?
それは、あれだ。二人で映画を見に行ったり、夜景の綺麗な小道を手をつないで歩いたり。
With her cheeks somewhat blushed, she embarrassedly goes on about a normal date, what a normal date entails from her perspective.
エレ様、案外乙女でございますね。
うるさい。殺すぞ。
可愛らしく見えるのも一瞬だけでございますね。
I beg you, Kotaro, just shut up for now.
仕方がありませんね。
ゴミ箱に捨てますか？
Nah, as long as you keep his mouth shut, that'll be enough.
わかりました。
とにかく、恋人とはそういうものなのだ。なのに貴様らと来たら、密室でイチャイチャとエロいことばかり。
エロ？
Don't mention that in front of the child, Eleonora. Come on.
ティナにはまだ早いからな。それ以上詮索するな。
Confusion. Can't deny that things almost got messy because I was sort of overexcited. I'll thankfully keep your advice in mind. Shame makes me shrink as I recall the fact that Hanako happened to see us. But aren't you against our relationship in the first place? Why tell me that now?
それはそうなんだが。
For some reason, Eleonora looks at me with eyes that contain a speck of loneliness.
兄は幸せになってほしいんだ。あいつはただの人として生きることができない。私のような死神と共にあるせいで。
Not like that's your fault, right?
だが、あいつは私に付き合って余計な苦労ばかりしている。やっと手に入れた恋なのだ。私の分まで幸せになってほしい。
I'm sure that is her heartfelt wish. That's how I perceived it. What about you? You don't want to become happy yourself? Eleonora smiles lightly in response to that question.
私のことなどどうでもいいだろう。何せ私は死神だからな。アンのことも頼んだぞ。普通の人として普通の幸せを与えてやってくれ。
And he's gone. Then, with the same suddenness with which he appeared, Eleonora's figure vanishes.
行ってしまわれましたね。
I'm going to punch you over the horizon, Kotaro. Shut up for a second. I say.
ユーマさん、
What is it?
死神は幸せになんてなれませんか？
Hyperion seems to have the time of his life, so that's not true. Something like that isn't allowed to be true. Tina, Leonora, Senpai, all of them ought to be happy. Hold on. What the? I just barely noticed, but for some reason, I think there was like a graphical glitch that caused Kotaro's eyes and mouth to be over Tina's hand as she held her hands like that. I'll have to check back in the recording to see if that is actually the case. I'm gonna just note that down, like 147. I'm gonna just put that up here instead. 147,000. I'm gonna have to check that back in the recording afterwards because that looked like she just had Kotaro's eyes and mouth just over her hands. That was weird. I slowly opened my eyes with an L.
なんだ、起きていたのか？
今起きたところ。
That's a lie, though, I mutter inside my mind.
ねえ、エレ。私は、ね。
I begin to say something, but no other words come out.
なんだ？
やっぱりいい。
そうか？
Thank you, Ellen. My heart is filled with words of gratitude that I didn't voice. But you know, I said a long time ago already.
本当に幸せになるべきなのは。
Early afternoon on Sunday.
おーい、ユーマくん。
As I turn around towards the direction I heard the voice from, I spot Senpai clad in her casual wear running up to me.
ごめんね、待った？
Nah, I just arrived here myself.
おー、なんかいきなりデートっぽい会話。
True, now that you mention it.
いかにも普通っぽくて上出来だよ。
Well, the date theme for today is normal after all. In accordance with Eleonora's advice, the plan today is to pass the day just like a normal girlfriend and boyfriend.
まずは映画を見に行くんだっけ？
Yeah, after that, we're gonna have tea, then leisurely do some window shopping.
ふはは、実にテンプレートっぽいデートコース。
Well, Eleonora would like to get angry if you did something that deviates too much from the standard course.
まあね。私ももっと普通のお付き合いしろって散々お説教されたし。
Having this kind of date is also nice every once in a while, don't you think?
ものは試しにだね。それじゃあ早速だけど行こっか。
Yeah, the movie's not gonna wait for us. So we line up next to each other and make for the movie theater located near the station. Following that, we saw the movie as planned and relaxed in a cafe after the screening. Incidentally, the movie we saw was an action movie, which apparently somewhat elicited complaints from Eleonora. It was fun anyways, what's the big deal, Senpai objected, but the more striking problem here is that Eleonora is observing our date. As such, we refrained from doing anything unusual after that, and we stuck to a calm date with us just strolling through town. Well, just being with Senpai is already plenty fun for me, so I don't really have any complaints in any case. Time went by in a flash. We promised to have dinner together today as well, but thus willing to spend a bit more money, we went to a stylish Italian place. First, Senpai said, I want to have yakiniku, and it looked like Eleonora rigorously opposed to that. Since Eleonora for some reason keeps interjecting from within Senpai every so often today, it feels like there's actually 3 of us. I suppose it's because of that the state is lacking a lovey-dovey sort of vibe, but actually that isn't too bad either in its own way. Peaceful day with me, Senpai and Eleonora having fun together. Strangely enough, happy feeling that our relationship made a step forward filled me up. In that fashion, we continued to enjoy our time together, even as the sun had already gone down. Peaceful fun today is nearing its end.
もうこんな時間。
That's a new background.
そろそろ帰らないと。
Oops, yeah.
さすがにこれ以上遅くなっちゃうと、浅場先生に怒られちゃいそうだし。
It's not like I have a curfew or anything, but yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to worry her.
それでいいと思う。特に今日はすっごく健全なデートしてるんだから。
Yeah, true. Although it doesn't change the fact that I'm reluctant to have this enjoyable time end. Can we do one more thing to round the state off?
何するの？
It's also something Eleonora suggested, so how about a little night stroll as we hold hands?
そういえば言ってたね。エレのおすすめデートコース、締めにはいいかも。
Did you have to phrase it like that? Kinda sounds like you're talking about a full course meal rather than a date.
私は雑炊派かな。
I'll remember that. I fucking missed. I extend my hand towards her while letting loose a small wry smile. But... Senpai. She keeps staring at my hand, yet for some reason makes no move to take it.
あのね、ユウマくん。先に言っておくけど、今日は楽しかったよ。嘘とかお世辞じゃないから。私は、ユウマくんと一緒にいられるだけで幸せなの。
Okay. I'm a bit perplexed as to why she suddenly says that.
でも、やっぱり今日のデートってエレの趣味なんだよね。
I guess. Planned the date in accordance with Eleonora's suggestions, so that's pretty much obvious in a way.
要するにさ、手をつないで夜道をお散歩したいのは私じゃなくてエレでしょ？
Senpai?
あの子も私と一緒で男の子とデートなんてしたことなかったから。
One way or another, I've grasped what she's meaning to say, I think.
まあそういうわけで、乙女の憧れを独り占めしちゃうのはちょっと気が引けるかなって思うの。
I see.
ご理解いただけたようでありがとね。ちょっとだけお願い。
Having said that, she suddenly yields control of the body to Eleonora. Why is Eleonora wearing that instead of the casual outfit? Like before, she just is. Eleonora seems somewhat bewildered, so she doesn't seem to have noticed the change. So, can Ann decide what she wears when turning, or how the fuck does that when changing control, or how the fuck does that work?
え
Yo.
おい、アン！貴様どういうつもりだ！今はデート中だろ！
As body is abruptly forced onto her, Eleonora, in her fluster, starts to execute some sort of dance on the spot that makes her look really strange.
無視しようって。 おい、浅場優馬。これはどういうことだ？
It's not like I've asked for this myself, so you kind of put me out if you get angry with me here. Right, if you asked me to do this, I want to answer her wish. Say, Eleonora.
なんだ？
Hold on, considering what comes next, that was a bit off, I guess. Say, Ele. Letting out a strangely cute voice, Ele stares at me in wonder.
貴様にそんな親しげな呼び方をされる言われはない！
Well, I let it slip every once in a while, more importantly, let's go on a date.
何言ってるんだ貴様は！
I mind that, come on, let's get going. I doubt persuading her would serve any purpose, so instead I choose a somewhat pushy approach. I extend my hand and seize her arm.
おい！本当に何のつもりで？
That's a really nice CG. Also, what is that shirt underneath? What is that shirt underneath? Leading her by her hand, I start to walk while I ignore her voice of protest.
こら、離せ！待てというのに、何をしているんだ！
Hey, didn't I just say that we're having a date now?
はあ？どうして私が貴様とそんなことをしなくちゃならんのだ！
I'm well aware that you don't want to have a date with someone like me.
いや、貴様に何か問題があるというわけではないのだが。
You don't? I figured she'd exhibit a more disfavor, so that unexpected response from her makes me feel somewhat bewildered.
だから、そういう問題ではないだろう。貴様は私ではなくアンの彼氏なのだぞ。
You both are basically two personalities inhabiting the same body, so couldn't you say in a way that he's both of your boyfriends? Yeah, true.
分かっているなら、なぜこのようなことをする？
Because she asked me to.
意味がわからん。それに貴様も頼まれたからといって引き受けるの。
That's not the only reason. I thought going through with this would be a good thing myself.
貴様、アンを裏切るつもりか？
Of course not.
バカ。私とデートするということは。
Just think of it as playing house. Only for now, I'm your temporary rental boyfriend.
バカにしようって。
Even so, the power she puts into shaking off my hand gradually grows weaker. You've always wanted to do something like this, right?
それは。だけど。
She didn't deny it. Seems like it's just as simple as said after all. I suppose she even has her dreams as a girl. There's no difference to how I, as a guy, dreamt about going on a date with a girl. I keep you company for a little while.
そんなの、おせっかいにも程があるんじゃないか？
Well, I can't deny that, but I'm a meddlesome guy by nature. I feel a bit sorry that your date partner turns out to be me, but you gotta bear with it.
だから、貴様が不満なわけではないと言っている。
I'd really like her to stop saying stuff like that. There lies a danger of making my heart suddenly flutter with that. Say, Ellie.
そんな、親しげに呼ぶのはやめろ。
Ignoring that, I go on. You see, I think Senpai most likely wants you to find happiness as well.
死神は、幸せになどなれない。
I don't think that's true. I'm borrowing this from Tina, but you can apparently become happy by falling in love, you know?
お前、あいつの悪影響を受けているの？
Who knows, I actually fell in love with the game happy myself, so I can hardly deny what you're saying.
そうか。
Ellie, you don't have someone you're in love with?
殺すぞ。
Why?
どうしてもだ。私にそういうことを尋ねるな。
You like that subject she doesn't want to talk about. Well, at any rate, why don't you think of it as practice to prepare yourself in the event that you fall in love with someone?
私は、恋などするつもりはない。
You're saying the same thing I used to say.
一緒にするな。私の場合、恋などしても、失恋するだけだ。
I don't think that's necessarily true, though.
本当にやめてくれ。そういうことを言うのは。
It would appear I'd better not pursue this too forcefully. That's only all the more reason to go through with this. Experience the things you want to experience while you have the chance now.
もう、やっている。私は、 貴様やあんたは違って。手をつなぐだけで十分だ。だから、贅沢なことは言わない。あと少しだけ。
Right, let's just do that then. After that, conversation basically died out. In silence, we walked hand in hand alongside the lake. As they reached the exit of the promenade after walking for a while, Elle disappears back within, readily handing control back to Senpai. In the end, my date with Elle was an event that lasted a mere couple minutes.
ユウマくん、ありがとね。もう一人の私とも仲良くしてくれて。
Anytime, as long as you didn't mind that just now.
エレには焼き餅焼いたりしないよ。そもそも、私からお願いしたことだもんね。
He's looking at me with a strangely gentle expression.
エレってさ、私が体を使ってるせいで、めったに外へ出てこれないでしょ。だから、こうでもしないと、一生デートとか縁がなさそうだったし。
That may be true.
でもよかった。二人がちゃんと仲良くしてくれそうで。
Senpai, listen this. Even though she's smiling, something I can't quite pinpoint is making me anxious.
あのね、ユウマくん。勝手なお願いだけどさ。
With a calm and gentle warm tone, she goes on and said,
私だけじゃなくて、エレのことも好きになってあげてね。
Next day after school.
今日はこのくらいにしよっか。コナタンたちももう帰っていいよ。
はい。それじゃあミオさん、帰りますか。
お疲れ様でした。
In response to Senpai's declaration, Miyu and Konomi stop whatever they've been doing and begin to tidily put everything away. Also, Tsukushima has a shift at her part-time job and so has also had something else to do, which means only the four of us are still in the student council room.
ごめんね。ユウマくんは少しだけ残ってくれる？
Sure, is there some urgent work to take care of?
そうじゃなくって、イチャイチャしよう。
Senpai.
そういうことなら、私たちはさっさと帰った方が良さそうですね。だね。
Now he's set to leave, the two of them head towards the door with school bags in hand. But then...
ところで、ゆうくんたちは、今から何をするの？
Nothing dirty anyway. Probably. And in fact, there are chances that what I might say turns out to be a lie.
兄さん、安心して。覗いたりしないか
I
ら。
don't believe a word you say. Hearing you say that makes me feel all the more uneasy.
私にはスーパーで卵を買うという浅場先生に頼まれた使命があるの。お一人様ワンパックの特売。あ、それなら私も一緒に行くね。二人で行けば2パック買えちゃうよ。ご協力感謝します。それじゃあ行きましょうか。
二人とも車に気をつけてね。また明日。
お疲れ様でした。兄さん、アン先輩、ごゆっくり。
Oh my god, I just had a very bad feeling. Is An almost going to die because something so... Eleonora does the thing that the other Soul Reaper did for... Yuma? You know, to save An, and An turns into a normal human? Oh no. Oh no, I don't like that thought. I do not like that thought. I do not like that thought. I'll just hope and pray that doesn't happen. If it does... Yeah, sure, I have a sharp enough knife to pierce my fucking skull. I didn't say anything. After leaving a needless suggestive remark, Nukonomi and Mio leave the room.
本当に言ったと思う？
We're talking about Konami and Mio here. They won't seriously think of peeping.
それもそっか。でも、念のために確認と。
I don't know whether she really intends to make out or not, but she actually goes out of her way to check the hallway. Then, having confirmed that no one was there, she tried to close the door and then even locks it.
これでよしっと。
Why are you being so thorough?
そりゃあもちろん。
There, she captures me with a gaze. Huh?
いいことするためだよ。
She paralyzes me with a Soul Reaper power and pushes me to the ground.
おとなしくして。いっ
Senpai?
ぱい感じさせてあげるから。
Yeah, it's nice and all, but he's currently, due to your powers, having fear at death. Her big squishy boobs press against my body.
最近ご無沙汰だったし、そろそろ溜まっちゃってるんじゃない？
She smiles bewitchingly and then extends her hand towards my crotch. Just her hand struck my... Yep, shows sensitive direction.
本当にしたくてたまらないって反応だね。
I mean, thinking about it, like the fear of death would actually actively give him a boner, probably. Because it's the instinct of, yes, before death, we need to pass on the genes. That's an actual thing, by the way. Pretty sure it is, at least. Well, thing is, since we've persisted in a wholesome relationship without sex the past few days, it's true that my sexual drive is peaking. But still, this is...
でも今日は、私の好きなようにさせてもらうよ。
Saying so, she tickles my chest area with one of her fingertips.
かわいい声で泣いちゃってるね。ご褒美あげないと。
Then she slowly draws her face closer. She kisses me on the cheek.
こんなのはどうかな。
She play bites my earlobe and licks it all over.
敏感なんだ。ゾクゾクしちゃう？
Yeah. She once again reaches out from BS while gently blowing into my ear.
さ、脱ぎ脱ぎしましょうね。
She unfastens the belt of my pants and pulls down the slipper. Bye.
パンツがパンパンになっちゃってるね。苦しそう。
First she follows my through the cloth, and then the next moment she slowly inserts her hands into my trunks.
すごく硬くなっちゃって。
Yeah. Uh-huh.
おお、ぬるっとしたのもう出てきちゃったよ。
Can we move on to to skip the sex scene? Yes. 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 Please stop this now.
ダメ。今日は逃がさないから。
With a bewitching smile on her face, she used the palm of her hand to yes. All I can move anyway.
そうだよね。今は私のやりたい放題。
She continues to passionately caress my body while her eyes, which give off a sadistic glint, rendering me motionless. Senpai? Ask her as if seeking rescue from amidst the instinctive fear one experiences when a Soul Reaper gazes at you. Why is there a need to paralyze
だっ
me?
て主導権取られちゃったら困るもの。
I have no idea at all why that'd be such a problem, though.
いいから、私に任せて気持ちよくなりなさい。
Use the palm of her hand to... Yes. I recall that I once heard that fear promotes sexual desire.
もう言っちゃいそうなの？
Yeah. But now my mind is already drenched in resignation, ready to abandon everything. Yep.
ダメ。
Huh? Fingers tightly squeezed. I'm pretty sure this is already part of the sex scene. Like, what if I get rid of the fucking text box and she just has his dick actually out? No, she doesn't.
勝手に言っていいなんて誰が言ったの？
Sorry, but
ねえユーマくん、そんなに言っちゃいたい？我慢できない？
yeah. I plead while I continue to gasp heavily. But then she...
じゃ、あとはお任せしちゃおっかな。
What? Huh? Leave it to her?
そういうわけでエレ、 頑張ってね。
Pale light covers my surroundings, and then by the time I've come back to my senses,
What?
Well, this is awkward. By that time, the one pressing her body against me was no longer Senpai, but Ele. What? Ele, also completely startled, quickly gets away from me and bolts up. Can move again? It would appear that the paralysis Senpai had applied to me has also dissipated when she switched with Ele.
おい、浅葉ユマ貴様
Don't blame me! Didn't you see how it ended up this way?
いや、それは勝手に見えてしまうだけで覗いていたわけではないのだぞ。
So basically, she did. But at least that at least makes it easier for me to explain things.
おいやんだから貴様は何を考えているで、くそ完全に無視するつもりだな。
She's not answering you?
本当にあいつはどういうつもりなんだ。
The two of us are just utterly perplexed.
ったく勝手なやつだ。
Her voice suddenly trails off and she just frankly stares at me. All motion ceases as if she has turned into stone. What is it? Your dick's still out! Not really able to understand what's going on. I follow her gaze and end up looking at my own crotch. Ah.
バカこの変態早くその粗末なものをしまわんか
With my pants and trunks down due to Senpai, my dick is still standing erect, excited to the point of almost gumming. I don't know about saying this myself, but I don't think it's crude.
そんなことはどうでもいい
In fact, being a guy doesn't matter. At any rate, remaining in this state would just make me look like an idiot. Give me a moment. In haste, I try to stuff my dick back into my pants, but it's hard as it can get. It doesn't go quite well. Ow!
おい大丈夫か
Yeah, it's just that it got somewhat caught in the zipper. Even as I answer, I still continue my hard struggle. She just watches him like, the fucking damn it! Ah! That's okay, not that. Okay, let me try this. Come on, just go in there. Just go in there! Then I notice that Ilya is fixatedly gazing at my dick. What?
なあ浅葉ユーマそれどうにかした方がいいのか
What exactly what you mean by that?
でかくなってるの射精すれば収まるのだろ
True, but...
貴様がどうしてもと言うならあれだ手伝ってやってもいいぞ
What's she saying all of a sudden? No, I'm gonna pass. Why do you look so sullen now?
おい迷いもせずに断るとはどういう了見だそれは私に魅力がないという意味か
She's giving me an awful glare. Never said anything of the sort.
信用できんな腹が立つああ私は腹が立っているぞ
Anyhow, I said there's no need for that, so that's that.
ほういい度胸だこの私に逆らえるとでも思っているのか
Hey, Ella? Her red eyes fixate on me. Once again, my movement is sealed by Soul Reaper power. This is rape. This is rape. This is rape. Just because it's the main character does not make it okay. Stop.
己の立場というものを思い知るがいいわ
My pass on the offer was a result of thinking about where I stand, but would it have been better choice to simply have gone along with it?
無様だな私のやりたいようにやらせてもらうぞ
Do what you want. I know that any sort of struggle is just pointless, and on top of that, the truth is I can't deny that I'm also somewhat beset with anticipation.
よかろうこの私をコケにしたことその身の快楽を持って後悔させてくれるわ
She just thrusts my body away, pushing me against the wall, and then she kneels before me. Ah, yes.
なあ今更なのだが
Roy put out his tires back in order and stood up.
もしかして、これって浮気じゃないのか？
It sure is too late to ask that now.
わかっていたなら、貴様も止めろ！
You forced yourself on me, remember?
だが、貴様もろくに抵抗しなかったではないか！
So basically, after the act, both of us have returned to our senses. Huh? But...
なんだ、言い訳でもするつもりか？
No, when Senpai gave you control over the body, she said something like she'd leave the rest to you, right?
おう。
Considering the situation back then, the resulting conclusion would be that Senpai had wished for things to end up this way. That's right, it was after she said that things naturally unfolded how they did, so...
アンが、私に続きをやらせるように仕組んだというのか？
So like we aren't also at fault for having danced to her tune so easily. I guess yesterday's date factored in there as well. She tried to make me let Elle experience things as a girl, or what?
あんのやつめ、本当に何を考えているんだ？
In a somewhat sullen state, Elle addressed Senpai inside of her.
おいアン、いい加減にこういうことは。
However...
おい、何か言ってくれ。
Most likely there's no response as her expression gradually looks more and more baffled.
まさかと思うが、アンのやつ寝ているのか？
In this situation,
いや、私にもよくわからないんだが。
whatever the circumstances, I don't think there's a real possibility.
仕方ない。今日のところは、私がこの体を使うしかないか。
There's hardly any other option in this regard. Well, she can also turn invisible anyway. Getting home shouldn't be a problem. The next day, Senpai hasn't come to school. Oh no, she's refusing to
なん
come
か
out.
会長がいねえとはかどらねえな。
そうですね。なんだかんだで私たちのリーダーですから。
When an organization is faced with the absence of their leader, no wonder how hard it tries. Work just ends up proceeding inefficiently. For some reason, I was unanimously chosen to serve as her proxy today, so technically there is a leader, but needless to say, I can't compensate for her absence.
ジンポウ先輩からは風邪ってメールが来てたけど、大丈夫かな？
風くらいで大騒ぎすることもねえんじゃね？
でも、ジンポウ先輩って一人暮らしだったっけ？
It's technically a bit of a stretch to classify it as such, but I guess you could say that. Well, she's living on the premises of a facility as if... So, if need be, I'm sure the staff and children have no qualms looking after her. It's not that she's on her own.
兄さん、彼氏なんだからお見舞いに行ってきたら？
Visitor, huh?
看病プレイっていいよね。
I just need to, like, get a stick and just write horny jail on it. Like a baseball bat, just like horny jail. What kind of roleplay is that supposed to be?
あのね、おかゆを口移しで糸引いて。
Nah, forget it! I don't want to know that kind of stuff after all. I think Mio talk sure can be a scary thing.
でも浅場くん、どうする？お見舞いに行くなら今日は私たちでやっておくけど。
Nah, I won't. There's no need to make such a big fuss over it. Let's fuss out of it.
病人を襲うわけにもいかないもんな。
I'm going to punch you.
大丈夫です。兄さんなら風が悪化しないように丁寧に襲うので。
Seriously, what kind of image do you guys have of me? Actually, it's also because of the fact that these kinds of comments... the fact that these kinds of... Actually, it's also because of the fact that these kinds of comments that I'm getting from them glues me in place, having my motivation to go visit her. Anyhow, even if Senpai isn't here, I'll make sure to finish up all the student council work on my plate.
そうね。浅場くんはジンポウ先輩にいいところを見せたいだろうし。
Oh yeah, and I think that even Tsukushima would tease me.
ゆうくん、頑張れ！私たちの分もゆうくんのお手柄にしちゃうからね。
That kind of consideration is a bit undue. I don't want to pull this sort of cheating when it comes to Senpai. Well then, That day, I did my best serving as a proxy in the unfamiliar role of student council president until it was time to go home. At night, by the time I returned to my room after we had dinner, I restlessly paced back and forth in my room.
ユーマさん
What is it?
今日はどうしましたか？お部屋の中でうろうろされては少し邪魔です。
I hate to remind you, but this is actually my room, you know? Hearing that from a girl who impudently hangs around in my room, I can't help but heave a small sigh.
何かあったのですか？
Apparently unfazed by my remark, Tina continues to inquire. I tried calling Senpai, but she didn't pick up. She's just sleeping, that's perfectly alright, but there's also the possibility that her condition is so bad that she can't even get up. With that kind of thought passed my mind, I was unable to contain my worry any longer.
アンさん、どうかしたんですか？
She caught a cold and is staying in bed, it seems. Reapers can't catch colds. As Tina questioningly tilts her head, I told her how Senpai was absent from school today, but then...
お風邪ですか？それはまたおかしいですね。
I do think so. Shift my attention to Kotaro, cut into our conversation from the top of Tina's head.
ですね。お部屋で寝込まれているにしては、気配が近いと申しますか。
Close.
というか、いらっしゃるみたいですね、エレ様が。
Shazam! She appears in the room. Only seconds after Kotaro said that,
邪魔するぞ。
all of a sudden, Ellie appeared inside my room.
怖い人が来ました。ユーマさん、助けてください。
Listen, if you're that excessively wary of her, you'll only make her all the more... before I could say mad, I felt something off with her and stopped mid-sentence. Elle?
エレさん、元気ないですか？
With no sign of her usual ill-humored expression, she looks faint-hearted and haggard right now, which makes me feel even more perplexed.
すまない。ちょっと相談に乗ってほしいことがある。
Yep, Anna's refusing to come out. You mean you need our help?
ああ。他に私を知る人間なんてほとんどいないんだ。一人で考えていると気が変になりそうで。
Did you just say by myself? That made a bad feeling rise
ご
inside
相
me.
談とは何事でございましょうか？
Urged on by Kotaro, Elle breathes in as to calm her feelings down.
実はアンが目を覚まさないんだ。
アンさん、寝ているんですか？
ああ。昨日の夕方からずっと。
What? Last night would mean...
貴様と別れた後、一度も目を覚ましていない。
It's true that yesterday, Senpai pushed control of the body onto Elle and didn't reappear after that. Ever since then, Elle has been in control the whole time.
アンさんもなかなかのお寝坊さんですね。
That's not the issue. She isn't you. Sleeping for more than 24 hours is by all means unnatural. I say so with a serious tone to give her a light scowl.
すみません。
起こそうと思って何度も話しかけているんだ。だが全然反応がない。
She isn't replying?
ああ。それも無視されている感じではなくて、本当に起きている気配がしないんだ。
I see.
こんなことは初めてなんだ。アンがいないと私相談できる人なんて誰もいなくて。
With the voice already on the verge of crying, she directs a pleading gaze at Kotaro and me.
こんな顔をしているエレさん、私初めて見ました。
Which means it's that dire of a situation, I guess. However, this seems to be related to the nature of a Soul Reaper's body, so I doubt I can be of help in this instant. Kotaro, do you know anything about this?
少々お待ちくださいませ。
Having said so, he nimbly jumps off of Tina's head.
すまん。アンとエレの体は特殊でな。俺にもよくわからない。
I see. Let me ask, why did you go out of your way to transform back into your real form?
真面目な話になりそうだからな。あの姿のままでは無礼というものだろう。
Hearing you say something like that makes me feel all the more anxious.
時と場合くらいはわきまえさせてくれ。
So basically, it seems that this situation is so abnormal that even Kotaro's become serious. Not that I have any real expectation, but would you happen to know anything, Tina? I mean, as a fellow soul reaper and all?
私は死神ではなく恋の妖精。
ティナ、そんなことを言わないでくれ。アンがいなくなって、ティナも死神をやめてしまったら、私はもう、一人ぼっちになってしまう。
エレさんがそんなことを言うなんて。ユーマさん、しょんぼりエレさんが可愛いので、このままでいいと思います。
If you keep messing around at a time like this, I'll seriously get angry.
嘘です。空気を和ませようと思っただけです。
Whatever. So, is there anything that comes to mind? The very moment I'm about to give up on the small chance that she might provide something useful.
私には何もわかりませんけど、何かわかりそうな人には心当たりが。
Seriously?
はい、オカマさんです。
Iberian, huh?
確かにあのオカマはエレよりもベテランだからな。この手の知識は豊富かもしれん。
あいつとはあまり仲が良くないのだが。
That's how the time to get hung up over something like this, right? I'll manage this mediation between the two of you somehow.
エレさんが本当に可愛いです。
Now then, where exactly is that guy usually at? He always just randomly pops up however he pleases. Plus, I wasn't interested in it until now, so I have no idea.
特にねぐらは持たずにフラフラしているやつだが。
俺はこれでも鼻が利くからな。探して案内してやろう。
Oh, you won.
しかしお前、あのオカマを取りなすとか言って、
No.
尻の穴でも差し出すつもりか？
If need be. I'd rather like to avoid that kind of situation, though.
なるほどな。お前の本気具合はよくわかった。俺も真剣に探そう。
Thanks. And thus, we departed in search of Iberian. Led by Kotaro, he walked around town for a while. He eventually stopped by some place where he convincingly announced he's here. They're at...
あら
The promenade located on the bank of the lake stood Iberian, openly holding his huge scythe in hand.
あららあらら雑魚が揃ってどうしたのかしら。
貴様、我らを侮辱するつも
相変わらずうぜえオカマだな。
気持ち悪いです。
ちょっとあんたたちこそ出会い頭に失礼ね。
Come on, don't get all hostile right off the bat. Or at least I'd like them to not forget why we're here.
やっぱり坊やは素敵ね。結婚しましょう。
Sorry, I already have someone else in my heart.
お嬢のことかしら。あんなの放っておいて。あらら
First, it looks like he's about to approach, but then he suddenly shifts his gaze to Elle and displays a bewildered expression.
なんだ、文句でもあるのか。浅場ユーマはアンの恋人だから、勝手なことは許さんぞ。
あんたに口を出す権利はないわよ。それより、その坊やの恋人さんはどうしたの？
どうというと。
ずいぶんと気配が薄いみたいだけど。
You notice that?
私のことを誰だと思ってるの？
Figures it was the right decision to come to him.
実は、そのことで貴様を頼りたい。
珍しいわね。あんたが借りを作ろうだなんて。
非常に不本意だがな。
でも、やーよ。お嬢はともかく、あたし、あんたのこと嫌いだもの。
足元を見よってね。
エレさん、日頃の行いが悪いですからね。
Tina, shut up for a moment, will ya?
仕方がないですね。
まったくこいつらは。おい、そこのオカマ。
なーに？臭いね。
やるのかこら。受けて立つぞ。
I'm telling you, don't start fighting now.
もう、しょうがないわね。ここは愛しの坊やに免じて許してあげる。
そりゃどうも。それでだな。借りを作るなら、その愛しの坊やが返すつもりらしいよ。
あら、あらあらあらあら。お尻の穴でも使わせてくれるの？
If by any means possible, I'd like you to spare me that cruel fate. Instinctively draw back while guarding my butt with my hands.
それなら、お手手つないで、デートなんてどうかしら？
Quite the drastic jump in demand, but well, if it's just that, fine. For some reason, there's quite an awful scowl cast on Elle's face. She's suspecting me to also swing that way or something.
約束よ。別に気が向いた時で構わないから。
Sure. Quite sure that I'll never feel like it for the rest of my life. However, going out of my way to say that now would likely only serve to make the situation unfavorable for us, so I keep that to myself.
で、私に何か聞きたいことでもあるの？
The thing is, then Elle and I told him about the fact that Senpai isn't waking up anymore.
なるほどね。死んだんじゃない？
貴様、いい加減なことを言うな！
ムキにならないでよね。もう、単なるジョークよ。
There was hardly anything to laugh about, though.
真面目に答えると、心を閉ざしているんだと思うわよ。
Her mind?
死神とのハーフって、一つの体に心が二つでしょ？心と体が微妙に離れちゃってるとこがあるのよね。だから心の底から起きたくないって思えば永遠にだって眠り続けられるの。
つまり、アンがもう起きたくないと思ってるのか？
そこまで私が知るわけないでしょ。何かショックなことでもあって。
ユーマさんが浮気したとかですか？
そうそう。そういう色恋沙汰は特にこういうのありがちよね。
浮気？
なんだお前らその反応は。
I called the... Yes, I received from her yesterday.
いや、あれは本当に気の迷いで。
まさか、本当にしたんですか？
うわ、最低ね。
Like he's like, wow, Jesus Christ.
恋の妖精として受け入れがたいです。
All of them direct scornful gazes at us. There's no way to talk ourselves out of this, so it's really uncomfortable.
本当に違うんだ。本当に。
私たちに言い訳されてもね。
全くです。
わかってる。私、アンに謝らないと。
That's right, if she's heard I want to prostrate myself before and apologize.
だが謝るにも、そもそも案が起きないとダメだろう。
What are we supposed to do? I've done the things I want to tell her and ask her, and yet, what a total loss.
おい、オカマ！どうにかしてアンを起こす方法はないのか？
ちょっと、それが人に物を頼む態度？そんなの知らないけど、知ってても教えてあげないわよ。
知らないなら偉そうに説教するな。
As I listened to their conversation while at my wit's end.
ユーマさん、アンさんは眠っているんですよね。
Well, I suppose it might not exactly be sleeping, but what about it? Tina asks me that after getting my attention by pulling on my sleeve. As Tina asked me that after getting my attention by pulling at my sleeve, I urged her on.
ですね、この間葵さんにいただいた絵本によるとですね。
Oh, it's gonna be Cinderella, isn't it? It's gonna be Cinderella. It's gonna be, yes, the princess kiss. Did you say picture book?
はい。眠り姫を起こすのは王子様のキスらしいんです。
I feel stupid for having expected anything out of you.
ダメなのですか？
Is she by chance actually seriously thinking that that's a good idea? Actually, that's basically on a level that just leaves me speechless.
あらあら、意外とありかもしれないわね。
Very unexpected remark leaves Iberian's mouth. It might work. What do you mean?
魂をキスさせちゃえばいいのよ。もしかしたら、お嬢の夢の中に入れるかも。
I'm not following you there.
何を言っているんだ？
アドバイスしてあげようってんだから、ちょっとは態度を改めなさいよね。たくも。
Despite that, it seems like he's still going to tell us. Surprisingly, he might actually be quite a good guy. I can enter her dream by kissing her. To begin with, what's entering her dream even supposed to mean?
夢の中は夢の中よ。難しく言えば、無意識の世界に介入みたいな。
My bad for doubting you. So basically, I'll be able to talk to her by kissing her.
と言っても、実際に唇でするわけじゃないけどね。魂をくっつけちゃうの。エレならできるんじゃない？
Is Elle gonna notice that he has two souls?
くっつけると言われても。
刈り取って自分の中に取り込むだけよ。死者の記憶を食べるときと一緒。飲み込んじゃったら、坊やの記憶がなくなるけどね。
聖者から魂を刈り取るのか？
I don't really have much of a clear image on what exactly this entails, but it seems like Eleonora has grasped it for the most part. I should know. And there's no reason to hesitate. Alright, let's do it, but you could die. Wouldn't be the first time. Anyways, let's move on.
あ、じゃあまあ、エレの話は聞く気がなくっても、彼氏が会いに来たら、ちょっとくらい話を聞いてくれるんじゃない？
Neck. Alright, I think it's worth a try. Let's go with that.
ちょっと待てバカ者！
ユーマさん、魂を取られると。
I'll die.
いや、体には問題がないのだから、しばらくは仮死状態になるだけなのだが。
That's okay then.
よくない！時間がかかれば、本当に体が死んでしまう。本来、魂と命は切り離してはいけないものだ。
So as long as I'm not gonna die immediately, that's totally fine with me.
強情なやつだな、お前は。
I don't think that's really the case. It's just that I.
今の貴様は、アンのことしか考えていないのか？
Of course not.
そうか。まったく、貴様というやつは。
Ella makes a sad-looking expression. I can't tell whether it's underlying resignation, anxiety, or something else that brought it about. He's almost going to die because of it, so Elle's gonna use her soul to keep him alive, or something like that. Is it gonna be that? I hope it's not going to be that.
あら、エレってば嫉妬？浮気させてたのに、完膚なきまでに失恋しちゃったの？
断じて違う！あれはただの気の迷いだ！
強がっちゃったん。
おかまさん、嬉しそうです。
Anyway, I'm worried about Senpai, so hurry up.
バカ者が。死んでも、私は知らんからな。
Light accumulates, forming a large scythe in her hand and solidifies.
まさか、本当に貴様を切る日が来るとは。
First time we met, you were itching to do it, weren't you?
そうだったな。痛みはないはずだが、多少は覚悟してくれ。
Okay.
おい、浅場ユーマ。
What's wrong? Hurry.
アンのことを、頼む。
Sure. The instant she heard my answer, Elle raised her Soul Reaper scythe overhead. And, really without any pain whatsoever, the scythe ran through my body. Instantly, my consciousness faded ever so easily. We've come to live our lives avoiding other people.
どうした？こんな場所に何か用事か？
新しい学園ができたんだなーって。それだけ。
Having a dreamt that no one else is around, I give Elle, who's inside of me, my reply.
もう一度学生でもやりたくなったか？
必要があればやるけどね。そうでもなかったら、もう女学生って年でもないでしょ？
ま、それがそうだな。
How many decades have already passed since I attended school for the first time? A short while ago, I received notice that my very last remaining friend from that time has also died. We've been in touch since forever, so I don't feel anything more than a dry, oh, I see. If she had went on living in this town, in the vicinity, it would have been our job to reap and ferry her soul. She died in a faraway city, so it naturally wasn't on me to do it. Being left behind by the world, sometimes that kind of anxiety and loneliness engulfs me.
なあ、アン。
どうかした？
貴様は一人ではない。私がいるだろ？
うん。そうだったね。
Just like we did until now, we, who do not age, will continue to live while avoiding others from now on as well. After all, even if we get close to someone, we wouldn't be able to be with them for long anyway.
エレとコタちゃんと、あのオカマくらいのものかな。私のことちゃんと覚えていてくれるのって。
私は、あのオカマや使い魔と同じ扱いなのか？
まさか。エレは特別だよ。いつだって、私の一番大切な人だもの。
そうか。
Actually, to me, Elle is someone I couldn't possibly ever thank enough, no matter how many times I did it. I feel lonely that I can't live like a normal person. However, I'm still better off. It's because even if it's not gonna last for long, I can savor all the trivial, small, simple enjoyments of everyday life nonetheless. And even if I feel lonely, I never have to worry about livelihood, nor do I harbor a fear of death. I can simply go on living a tranquil life. When compared to Elle, who's living as a soul reaper, I'm definitely...
今日の仕事はこれで終わりか？
ああ、他に死の香りはしない。
そうか。この魂はしばらく預かることにしよう。
そうだな。そのうち新たな命が生まれてくる。
I take a peek at the memories Elle took
こ
over.
の人、飼っていたワンちゃんがどうなるのか、心配してたみたい。
そのようだな。
俺としては、それがどうしたと言いたいのだが。
でも、そのワンちゃんの魂を運ぶのは、もうちょっと先の方がいいと思うんだよね。
どうするつもりだ？うん。
明日、死んじゃったこの人の家に行ってみる。保健所に連れて行かれるみたいだったら、保護して里親探しかな。
またそうやって余計な苦労を抱え込むのか？
里親探すより、いっそ私たちで飼っちゃう？
ペットは小太郎だけで十分だ。
おい、使い魔と家畜を一緒にするんじゃねえ。
まあ、遺族の人たちが引き取ってくれてたら、それが一番なんだけどね。
なあ、アン。死者の思い残しなど気にする必要はないのだぞ。
わかってるって。その話はもう何回も聞いたよ。私は暇だからやってるだけ。
それならいいのだが。
私は変に気に病んじゃうようないい人ってつもりはないよ。
That's right. The truth is I don't care about the dead.
しかし、この季節は死者が多いな。
I just don't want to push everything onto Elle. I just want to make myself feel like I'm helping Elle with her work by granting the wishes of the dead. The dead will not come back. In fact, granting their wishes won't make anyone happy. What I'm doing is nothing more than plain self-satisfaction. However, I can't stop doing it either.
私は永遠に死を見続けるのか。
That's because every once in a while I hear Elle mutter something like that. Feelings of guilt and disgust that comes by going on with this hypocrisy. For a long time I've been entrapped by these feelings, making Elle bear the brunt of many, many deceased people. I can only look over her as she continues to suffer. And eventually, as a result of having lived this way for a long, long time, both Elle and I, little by little, we've started to get tired of living. Then, one day,
あれ？
I can't see them, but I've registered the presence of soul reapers.
オカマじゃないよね。あなたたち誰？ 私たちが見えるのですか？今は見えてないけど、いるのはわかるよ。同族だからね。
同族？
私たちは何者なのでしょう。
That voice sounds familiar. What I discovered were newborn soul reapers who had yet to know what they are. Soul reapers just pop up out of nowhere somewhere in this world. These two before me, are they sisters? From the vagrant vibes I'm getting from them, it seems like one is kind of a small girl, while the other comes off like a girl somewhat older than her. Older and younger sisters from the very moment both of them were born. That sure is weird. However, thinking about this sort of thing is pointless, as I chose to simply carry through with that perception.
ねえエレ、これってどうすればいいの？
私も生まれたての同族は初めてだ。だが、放っておくわけにもいかないだろうな。
じゃあ、とりあえず連れて帰るね。この世界のこと、いろいろ教えてあげなくちゃ。
そうだな。それがいい。
エレも、死神のお仕事のこと、教えてあげてね。
ああ。
Having earned Elle's consent, I turned to face his sisters who were absent-mindedly standing around.
一緒に行きましょう。あなたたちの面倒は、私が見てあげる。ありがとうございます。
That's the one who ends up actually becoming one with Yuma.
と、
She didn't say anything
その
actually.
前に、名前とかもうあるのかな？何かわかる？名前ですか？
Not sure, but
リーナ。
I'm Tina, I think. Why is Tina not voiced here?
そっか、わかった。これからよろしくね。リーナと、ティナちゃん。
In secret, I was maybe pinning my hopes on them. Newborn soul reapers that still can't even tell left from right. Once these two become full-fledged soul reapers, will Elle and I be able to put down our scythes and earn peace? Since we simply disappear from this world after pushing all the Can we simply disappear from this world after pushing all the nasty things onto these girls? The majority of the kindness I directed towards them stemmed from this sort of self-interest, making me seriously start to feel disgusted at myself. However, regardless of the saturated self-interest seething inside of me, setting aside Tina, who was still very young, her older sister, Rina, magnificently answered to my secret hope.
エレさん、お仕事終わりましたよ。
ああ。リーナは飲み込みが早いな。
まったく、ぐうたらな妹にも見習わせたいところだ。
今は許してあげて。ティナはまだ小さいから。エレさん、ティナの分も私が頑張りますからね。
斬新な心がけだ。
I didn't do the next of work in a flash. Rina was getting closer and closer to becoming a full-fledged soul reaper.
そうだな。おい、小太郎。
なんだ？
貴様、今からリーナの使い魔になれ。
エレさん？
こいつが手伝えば、貴様はもう一人でも大丈夫だろう。免許皆伝だ。
ですけど。
小太郎もそれでいいか？
俺に依存はない。仰せに従おう。
そういうわけだ。リーナ、受け取れ。
そうなると、私はもうエレさんとお仕事ができないのでしょうか。
免許皆伝と言ったろ。これからは一人でこなせ。
そうですか。でしたら、一つだけ条件があります。
なんだ？
これからも、私とティナを、アンとエレさんのそばにいさせてください。
なんだ、そんなことか。別に構わないが、どこかへ行くなり、好きにしてもいいのだぞ。
いいえ、そばにいさせてください。本当に、私を一人前だと認めてくださるなら、差し出がましいですが、これからは友人として。
友、だと。
はい。エレさんもそうですけど、特にアンには友達が必要です。私、 アンとエレさんの友達になりたいんです。ダメですか？
いや、好きにするがいい。
And then Rina fucking dies. I was grateful for the fact that I'm able to hide inside of Elle. That's because I didn't want her to see me cry tears of happiness. For friends, I want an equal footing with you, with whom you'll get along swimmingly for a long, long time. It's something I've always dreamed of, but was never able to get a hold of. If it's Rina, so she's just like us, then.
ありがとう。リーナ。
And then she fucking died! And so, for the first time, I caught hold of a precious real friend. And then she fucking died! However, the time I was actually able to spend with her as a friend was by no means long. In my book, Elle wasn't cut out for Soul Reaper work. However, with Rina's personality, she was even less fit for it than Elle. A certain spring day with the cherry blossom trees in full bloom. So it's not that she reaped his mom's soul and therefore wants him to smile. It's that she noticed Rina and therefore wants to make him smile. Is that going to be the case? On a certain spring day with the cherry blossom trees in full bloom, Rina gave her life to a boy who was about to die, even though it was an act that entailed her own death. By the time I arrived at the scene after being informed by Kota, both the boy that had an accident and the car that had caused it had already been moved away. In their place, what I saw there was only the figure of a soul reaper that has started to dissipate, but now unable to be seen by the eye.
来てくれたんだ。
うん。当たり前でしょ？
よかった。頑張って残ってた甲斐があったよ。
リーナ。
エレさんはどうしたの？気配が強くないけれど。
あなたのそんな姿は見たくないって。
もうボロボロだものね。ほとんど消えかけちゃってるし。
I gaze at the very last flicker of the life that is about to disappear this very moment.
ねえ。なんでこんなことしちゃったの？
どうしても放っておけなくて。あの男の子は特別だったの。あんならわかるでしょ。
だからって、あなたがそこまですることないじゃない。
アンがいつもしていることと同じだよ。知ってしまったら何もせずにはいられないの。
だけどこ
れでいいの。私は私の思った通りにやっただけ。
後悔はしてないの？
してないわ。心残りはあるけどね。
The presence that has lost shape engulfs me as it wavers. Apparently she's embracing me.
私ね、あの男の子ずっと見守ってあげたかった。
It's a case of sometimes... It's not a case of soul reapers just appear. Sometimes souls that die spontaneously turn into soul reapers, and Rina is his mom's soul turned into a soul reaper. Is that the thing? Is that the case? That's probably so ridiculous that it's not going to be the case. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. However, I did think of it, so if it actually is the case, I'm not completely stupid. Just slightly stupid because I didn't think that that's going to be the case after all.
うん。それがあなたの願いなら、私が叶える。心配しないで。代わりに私が見守るから。その男の子が幸せじゃなかったら、なんとかしてみせるよ。
ごめんね。こんなことを頼んで。
Being?
ずっとそばにいてあげられないのも、ごめんなさい。
By all laws of aviation and some such.
まったくだよ。
I hate my life.
初めてできた。本当の友達なのに。
あなたは、もう少し自信を持ってもいいと思うな。
どういう意味？
私、限界みたい。
But now, all of her is turning fuzzy.
ごめんね。ごめんね。あの男のこと、
That's why she...
ティナのことも、お願いね。
And that's why Elle hated him so much at the start, isn't it? Or at least not wanting my tear-stained face to be the last thing she says, I take a deep breath and straighten my back.
任せて。全部引き受けるから。それで、その男の子の名前は？
With a voice that makes me picture a gentle smile on her face, and gives voice to that boy's name.
サバ、ユーマック。
These were my friend's last words. For I knew it, I was standing in the middle of an all too familiar student council room. This place is strangely lacking color. This place that is strangely lacking color doesn't seem to be the exact same student council room by now. This place is,
ここは、私の心の中。というか、どうしてユーマくんがここにいるの？
Senpai, who has just appeared all of a sudden, suddenly gives me a glare. Senpai, I'm so glad to finally see you.
感動の再会の前に、言い訳を聞きたいのだけど。
What do you mean?
人の記憶を除くなんて、プライバシーの侵害。
Ah, see, so basically what I just saw just now, that was, your past, huh?
まあ、それで、ユーマくんに覗かれてるのに気づいたから。
I see.
生徒会室になっちゃったのは、ユーマくんと一番長く過ごしてきた場所だから、かな。
I like the music. Seems like she doesn't know about that part for sure either. More importantly, tried to say something but ended up at a loss. The fact that I was able to reunite with her and the memories I just saw. There's so many things I want to ask her and talk about, but that I don't know where to start.
順番に行こっか。一番気になってるのは、ティナちゃんのお姉さんのことだよね。
That person saved me, didn't she? I recall the Soul Reaper girl I encountered a long time ago. If what I saw in Senpai's memories is true, it means that the girl is already...
そう。リーナは君の死を見届けに行ったのに、結局は君を助けることにしたの。そして、自分の命を与えることで、それを成し遂げた。
Softly put my hand onto my chest. Even though this is a dream world, I feel my heart pound.
君のその命になったのは、あの子なの。ティナちゃんのお姉さんで、私の親友だった。
She's already gone, isn't she?
ごめんね。今まで黙ってて。
My mind, what's more important, I feel like many little dots have connected in my mind. Why Tina came to me when she ran away. My senpai has been so concerned about me from the very first time we met. Nothing was just mere coincidence. Do you and Tina resent me? Me who took a precious person away from you? Just can't get this anxiety out of my head.
ティナちゃんの気持ちは、私にはわからないかな。そして私の方は、そういう気持ちが全くないとは言えない。
Senpai.
でも、あの子が自分で選んだことだから。ユーマくんのせいでもないし、もう気持ちに整理はついてるつもり。
I don't feel any relief at that. Delight that I'm still alive and an equivalent sense of guilt.
それに、リーナのおかげでユーマくんと出会えたんだもの。だから、もう、気にしないことにした。
Let's say.
だけど、できればユーマくんにも感謝してほしいかな。あの子に、ティナちゃんのお姉さんに。
It goes without saying. I've always wished to meet her again. I thought that maybe when I die someday, she'll appear before me again. That's why when Tina showed up, I took her in the hope that she may serve as some kind of clue. Right, I was acting out of self-interest in the beginning as well. I stay! In fact, apparently my brother threw out his back at work. What was he doing, you may ask? Was he like lifting something heavy? Was it some kind of accident? No, he was washing his hands. So he's probably just upstairs in pain right now or something. It seemed good enough. It seemed not. Didn't seem to be bad enough for him to not just start playing Overwatch and start screaming because he almost killed Zarya and died. That.
会って、どうするつもりだったの？
Hold on. Ryder was acting out of self-interest in the beginning as well. I wanted to thank her. After all, the fact that I exist here right now, that I was able to become happy, anything and everything is all because of the life she gave me. I didn't know that the life she gave me was her very own. No, in fact, maybe I actually did know. Although I didn't want to think about it. If I had pictured that, just like I'm feeling right now, the weight of this life would have been crushing.
ねえ、ユウマくん。リーナの代わりに聞いてもいい？あなたは幸せになれたかな？生きててよかったって思ってくれてるかな？
You nod without hesitation. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm alive. But
でも
my greatest happiness was meeting you and falling in love with you. And she's the one who granted me this happiness. It's no longer possible for me to convey this gratification to her in person. I didn't want to have any regrets, but that's something I can no longer do anything about anymore, no matter what. That thought makes me feel like crying. Senpai. Being with you makes me happy, so much so that I can accept and bear with all the sorrowful things. I've lost many things throughout life. Things I knew I had lost, and also things I never knew I had lost. So I don't want anyone to disappear from my life ever again.
ユウマくん。
I don't know why you're here, but I beg you. I know this is selfish, but I just can't keep myself from asking that of you, no matter what. Then I deeply inhale, while somehow managing to hold my tears back and speak. Please come back. I need you. For a short while, she falls silent, seemingly unsure what to do.
それはできないかな。
Why are you trying to disappear?
私以外にも君のことを愛している人がいるからかな。
The figure of Elle came to my mind. Are you upset that I cheated on you with her?
何言ってるの？そうなるように仕組んだのは私でしょ？
Thinking back, it was indeed her who made us have that short date, also led to us having a light affair. Why did you do something like that?
気づいちゃったの。エレの気持ちに。
That isn't reason enough. Taking her by word would mean she was trying to get Elle and me together. I don't want to believe that this is what she'd wanted.
ねえ、ユウマくん。君もさっきの私の記憶、見たんでしょ？
Yeah.
私がユウマくんに近づいたのは、君のことを見守るって、リーナと約束したからなの。ユウマくんには、幸せでいてもらう。それが、私とリーナの約束だったから。それだけ、なんだよね。だから、
So?
君が幸せになれるなら、私はそれで構わない。ユウマくんが笑顔になれるなら、恋をするのは、私じゃなくてもいいんだよ。
I feel like something is crumbling down with a clattering sound. So basically, it means she herself has no attachment towards me at all.
だから、ね。
I want to hear what she's going to say next. Words that would reject me and push me away.
もう、私のことは、
However, the very moment she was about to give voice to those decisive words,
おいやん 何勝手なことを言っている。
About fucking time you came in here.
黙って聞いていれば。バカか貴様は。
Elle suddenly barges in out of nowhere.
あれエレどうして体が。
ここは現実の世界ではないんだ。別におかしなことはないだろう。
Come to think of it, it's the very first time for me to see them together like this.
そんなことより、一体どういうつもりなんだ貴様は。
どうって何が。
嘘をつくにも程があるだろう。約束を守るためだと。それだけだと。私は全て知っているんだぞ。
知ってるって何のこと。
貴様、成長した浅場優馬と初めて会った時、一目惚れしていただろうが。
いや、そんなことは。
She just, like the first time she met him, wasn't that like the one post, like, oh damn, this is less than optimal.
例の賞金首がどうとかいうポスター。一枚拝借して部屋に持ち帰ったのはどこのドイツだ。
あれはよくできてるポスターだったから今後の参考用に。
夜な夜な眺めてにやけていたのも私は知っている。写真を相手に接吻もしていただろうが。
What?
それ以上はダメ。
Doesn't matter how she's panicking at all, I suppose that means she really did that?
ユーマくんが微妙に引いてる。
私に隠し事などできると思うなよ。
だからってそういうのバラしちゃうのはルール違反。あんまりじゃないよ。
貴様が嘘つきなのがいけないんだ。当然の報いだと思え。
そっちがそういうつもりなら私だって堂々と暴露しちゃうよ。
好きにするがいい。私に隠し事などないからな。
ねえユーマくん、知ってる？エレってばユーマくんのこと好きなんだよ。
Okay.
それもちょっと気になってるとかそういうレベルじゃないの。本気であなたのことを愛してる。そうだよねエレ。私とユーマくんのことを応援してくれたのも自分が彼と繋がっていたいからだよね。
そんなことは。
私だってエレのことは何だって知ってるんだよ。
それは。
Faced with Senpai's direct gaze, Elle falls silent for a short while. However, in the end, I suppose she realized that it's best not to make excuses.
そうだな。アンの言う通りだ。私は浅場優馬のことを愛してしまった。
やっと素直になった。ほんと手間がかかるんだから。
だが本気で恋をしているのはアンも同じことだ。だいたいこの男はアンの彼氏だろ。
そうだね。私たちは同じ人を好きになった。だからね、私は身を引くの。こういう時には私が譲るんだってずっと前から決めていたから。
決めていたって。
私はもうエレから何かを奪いたくはない。だからエレに幸せが訪れたら私はいなくなる。
Situations like this are always like, why? You've literally been like one of the only people she's been close to for fucking years. You think just because she got herself a fucking boy toy, you vanishing is not just going to stop causing massive fucking depression? Especially when the boy toy's gonna die in a few fucking centuries. I don't fucking know what's the word for the tens.
これから私の体はエレだけのものでいいよ。
何を勝手なことを。人としての生活は幸せになるのはアンの役目だろう。私はずっと貴様の幸せを願っていたのに。
だからそれがもう嫌なの。もう耐えられないって言ってるの。
うん。
It's a rare sight to see Senpai scream like that. The voice contained a bitter clang that even perplexed Elle, who had been with her for many, many years.
本当に無理なの。もうやだ。自分だけ幸せだなんて、私は自分を許せない。
そんなことを。
As both of them started to talk at cross purpose, Elle and Senpai were sink into silence. Is it alright for me to cut in? However, I guess I can't just keep quiet either. Listen, you two. How should I put it? How should I put it? If possible, I kinda like if you didn't ignore my feelings on this matter.
そうだ貴様がいるじゃないか
Seemingly having remembered my existence, Elle lifts her head as if a great idea suddenly hit her.
おい貴様が選べ私とアンのどっちと恋をするもちろん貴様はアンを選ぶに決まってるよな
So you're just gonna push your kill switch into his hands? Come on! Jesus Christ! What?
エレダメだってば。これは私とエレの問題なんだから。
そんなわけがあるかこいつはアンの彼氏だぞ
だからってこんな重いこと選ばせるのはひどすぎるでしょ。
いいからおい早く選べ本当に愛しているのはアンだけだと言え
ユウマくん、会長命令。エレを幸せにしたいって言いなさい。
Somehow it seems like they're shoving me onto the other, filling me with rather mixed feelings. It's not that I don't understand though. It's not like that actually. Ella, senpai, Elle, I
どっち？
I breathe in deeply, then put my feelings into words. I won't choose between you.
はあ貴様舐めてるのか
It's true that I really love senpai,
だったら
but I also want to make Elle happy.
ちょっと、ユウマくん？
I was like thinking, is that could be a solution, but at the same time it's probably not a solution because it makes him sound like a scumbag. So I was pushing it under the table, and now they're actually pulling it! Is that an impudent, extravagant way of thinking? Personally, I don't really get the feeling it is. But personally, I don't really get the feeling it is. Senpai, the sight of you is exactly what made me fall in love with you.
そういうところって。
Wishing for others, including Elle's happiness. That's the kind of girl I fell in love with. So right now, when you think of Elle, it's just lovely in my eyes. I fell in love with you all over, and I don't want the girl I love to disappear.
つまり
I want both of you to be happy.
どうしろと言うんだ
Not really that difficult, is it? I decided that love would be the only way to become happy. Oh man, I suppose in the end, just about everyone is getting badly influenced by a certain love fairy. Say, Elle, what is the thing that make you the happiest?
私の幸せ
Yeah, just tell me the one single thing that gives you the greatest happiness. Pretty sure that it's not love. And I'm rather positive the same can be said about senpai.
そんなの決まっているだろう
Okay, so it's so Elle blushes. Then she slowly turns around to face senpai and...
私の幸せはアンと共にあることだ
Now kiss. Come on, you can't tell me that you don't look at this and think immediately, ah, yes, you're a make-out session. Like, just having them hug would be better. Instead of, ah, yes, they're tenderly holding hands and gazing into each other's eyes. It just makes like they're about to go for a deep kiss. She takes senpai's hands and, without any spell of bashfulness, straightly looks her in the eyes.
もう一人の私が大切な人が幸せでいてほしい
Without any hesitation whatsoever, Elle states what is her sole wish, her one and only wish.
エレ。でも
Elle is feeling the exact same way as you are, that's all there is to it.
けどそれは
Senpai probably has some sort of inferiority complex towards Elle. Simply because of that, a rift had formed between the two of them, who ought to be on equal footing. Quite sure it's something like that.
なあ、アン。私はアンがいないと寂しい。アンがいなければ どんなに嬉しいことがあっても、幸せではなくなってしまうんだ。だから、お前が私の幸せを願ってくれるなら、お願いだ。私のそばにいてほしい。
I was gonna keep things short today, but guess that's out the window.
エレン、私が死神なんて続けていられるのは、アンがいてくれたから。永遠の命なんてものに耐えられるのも、アンがずっと一緒にいてくれるから。私は、アンと一緒に生きてきたから、寂しくなかった。
それは私だって。
感謝しているんだ。本当に。
なあ、アン。
ずっと言えなかった言葉がある。こんな時だから、言ってもいいだろうか。
何？
ありがとう。私と共に、生まれてきてくれて、本当に、ありがとう。
Hearing Al's words that came from the bottom of her heart, Senpai slowly tears up and desperately tries to hold back her sobbing.
ずるいよ、そんなの。感謝なんて、私がしなくちゃいけないのに。
アンが、私にか？
だって私、死神のお仕事とか、嫌なこと全部エレに押し付けて。
If you think, can she even do the work? See, she's the human half. So it's not like she's actively pushing it onto her. She literally can't do it.
なのにエレはいつだって私のこと考えてくれて、叱ってくれて。私、最低なのに。嬉しいこと、楽しいこと独り占めして。
I guess that's the root cause of her inferiority complex. If that person goes and thanks her instead.
もうやめてよ。どんどん自分が嫌になってくるから。
そんなに泣かないでくれ。私はどうすればいい？
恨んでよ。もっと妬んでよ。私はエレに、そう思われて当然のことをしてるんだから。
何もされた覚えはないのだが。
だから、何もしてないの。私はエレに何もしてあげてない。それがもう嫌なのよ。
そんなことはないだろう。
あるよ。私がエレに何をしてあげられたっていうの？
たくさん思い出をくれただろ。私はもう一人のお前自身なのだぞ。アンが楽しかった思い出は私にとっても楽しかった思い出だ。
Hence why I was going with the whole, just go with both. But that sound like a scumbag, because in my mind, Eleonora and An are basically two halves of the same. So it would be hypocritical to only want one anyways, in a way. Does that make sense? Do I just sound like the jackass now? Am I the problem? I'm the problem, aren't I? Yeah, that's probably, I'm probably the problem there. Yeah.
アンが嬉しかった出来事は、私にとっても嬉しかった出来事だ。
でも、そんなの私が勝手に。
二人きりで、たくさん話をしてくれた。私は、こんな性格だからな。私と楽しく会話できるのは、お前くらいだぞ。
そんなことで。
それに、何よりも、恋を、させてくれただろ。恋とは、いいものだな。叶おうが叶うまいが、とても心が浮かれて温かい。アンがおせっかいをしてくれなかったら、私は一生こんな気持ちは知らなかっただろう。
エレ、
たくさんのものを私はアンから受け取っている。いや、共に持っているのだろうな。
一緒に。
ああ、一緒に温かいものを抱えている。
By each word Dell speaks, Senpai's woes continuously proceed to get us smashed to
あの
bits.
な、アン。私はきっと、一人ではうまく生きられない。だから、ダメだろうか。これからも、私を導いてほしい。
I was just quietly watching over them. Senpai's sobbing slowly settles down, and our heart, which had blindly frozen up, warms up little by little.
ダメ。か
わかった。あのね、エレ。私もね、エレがいないとダメなんだよ。エレと一緒だから生きてこられたの。悲しい時も、寂しい時も、エレがいてくれたから
I don't know
乗
why
り越えられた。
something I noticed that I don't know why, but I have my head tilted an awful lot.
同じなんだ
It's
な。
weird.
私と。
うん。エレと一緒。
But try like having it perfectly just straight for the rest of the part and see how long it holds. There's undoubtedly the moment the two of them have lined up at the... This is undoubtedly the moment the two of them have lined up at the same starting line.
そっか。リーナが言っていたことは、やっとわかった気がする。
リーナが一体何を？
本当の友達なんて、もうどこにもいないと思ってたの。でも、こんなに近くに、自分の中にいたんだね。
友か。私はずっとそう思っていたのだがな。
私もだよ。でも、ちょっとだけ遠慮してたから。
そうか。なら、これからは遠慮はなしでいこう。
I don't know why it's so hard keeping my head perfectly upright.
Hmm.
This is weird.
もう、エレに悪いなんて思わないよ。
私たちは恋敵だぞ。それでも、そばにいさせてくれるのか？
One sexy is literally just them gonna be fighting over the fucking control of the body. They're mid-sex or something.
私こそ、ユウマくんをもらっちゃうよ。それでも、ずっと一緒にいてくれる。
Annoying. Two of them nod at the same time, but then...
帰ろうか。元の世界へ。
うん。エレも、ユウマくんも、心配かけてごめんなさい。
Don't mind it.
私とエレは、二人揃ってないとダメなの。それが私たちの幸せなんだって、わかったよ。
Let's return, all of us.
うん。エレと、ユウマくんの、そばにいたいから。
Actually, is the kid gonna be different depending on who actually gets pregnant? I'm curious now. Are you, if he gets Elle pregnant, is it like a half Reaper, half human again? And if he gets On pregnant, it's like a full human? Or is it that it's just like a weird quarter Reaper? The world of dreams of the sleeping beauties engulfed by a wave of lightning crumbles apart. That was proof that the doors to Senpai's heart were opening. Slowly opened my eyes. The first thing that entered my vision was the beautiful starry sky. What have I been doing? I feel sort of mushy, making me unable to properly gather my thoughts together. I feel like I've seen a strange dream. What kind of dream was it again? At any rate, the back of my head is warm and comfortable. Do I have a pillow that feels this great? As I keep gazing at what is unmistakably the starry sky, which I could only see outdoors, I ask myself this kind of stupid question.
ユウマくん、気がついた？
Huh? Come on, we know what he looks
よ
like.
かった。ちゃんと起きてくれた。
We know what he looks like. No reason to give us the fucking eyeless treatment. Senpai. Softly, she gently strokes my head. The sensation of her somewhat cool hand makes me finally start to grasp my current situation. Lying on a girl's lap is really nice.
もう、目が覚めて最初の一言がそれなの？
Sorry, it's just that it feels a lot better than I'd imagined.
そう。なら、しばらくこのままでいいからね。
Ah, well. Once again, strokes my head. Just barely managed to really grasp that this is reality. Senpai?
何？
Although I was somewhat late-ish, it finally hits me what I should have said at first. Welcome back. You really come back to us.
ただいま。心配かけてごめんね。
That's okay. I'm really happy that I can spend time with you again like this. Once again, I checked the hue of the surroundings and confirmed that this is really the real world. I'm so glad. Breathe a deep sigh of relief.
でも、結局元通りになっちゃった。
Alice inside of you?
私たちのこと見守ってくれてる。
I see.
恋敵とか言ってたのにね。あっさり私に体を譲っちゃうんだから。
Well, unlike you, Elle is able to read the mood.
なんかひどいこと言われてる？
Although she shows that she's pouting, her face was actually all smiles. However, if you ask me, it's just fine that things are as they were before. I'll make sure that the two of you become happy. I want to rejoice at the fact that I was given the chance to build this kind of future.
もう、調子のいいこと言っちゃって。
Are you jealous?
焼いてるけど、それよりも先にお説教があります。
Lecture me?
私たちのことを幸せにしてくれるんだよね。だったら、あんまり無茶なことはしないで。
By reckless, you mean...
さっきまで君、死にかけてたんだよ。一歩間違えたら帰ってこられなかったんだよ。わかってる？
I'm thinking, my body was in a state of apparent death, yeah. Is it an after effect of that my body feels sort of heavy?
体に何かおかしなところは？
I just feel a bit sluggish. I don't think there's any real problem or anything with it.
そう。でも、私だって心配したんだからね。
Sorry.
もう起きないかもって。本当に心配したんだから。リーナからもらったその命、粗末にしないで。
I got it. Thump thump. My heart continues to beat. I believe this life doesn't only belong to me. It's because Senpai, Elle, Tina... No, everyone around me is holding it dear. Gotta make sure I end up happy, huh?
うん。私が幸せにしてあげるから。私とエレで。
However, Senpai, right now, to me, happiness is for you two to be happy.
そっか。じゃあ、幸せにしてくれる？
Yeah, of course.
一生かけて、いっぱい愛してもらうからね。それも、私とエレの2人分だよ。
Yeah.
じゃあ、約束。
And he's going to continue to stroke my head in a gentle manner.
この女、愛情を要求しながら甘やかしてるわよ。
He's like, what the? That doesn't like what? Is she like one who is she the type who likes to give love, or is she the one that like wants to be she doesn't make sense.
ユーマさん、ひも男にしか見えないです。アン様のダダ甘っぷりも相当なものでございますね。
I noticed that for some reason blank gazes focus on us. You guys have Benny's still here?
ずーっといたわよ。
あまりに楽しそうにイチャイチャしておられましたので、
声をかけられませんでした。
You guys could just go home already, you know?
私たちはもうちょっとイチャイチャしてるから。
助けてあげたのに、何この扱い。
シュベ様、これ以上邪魔をするのは馬に蹴られるというものでございますよ。
待ってるわよ。
それに私といたしましても、あまりのうざさに見ていられませんからね。ユウマさん、アンさん、私たちはこれで。
Take care on your way home.
小太郎もいるので平気です。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
Yeah.
おかまさんも行きますよ。
まあ、しょうがないわね。
And then they leave this place, with Hyperion being more or less dragged away by Tina.
恋の妖精さんもなかなか気が利くね。二人っきりにしてくれるなんて。
True. Without stopping, Senpai is still continuing to stroke my head. Getting pampered by her. Huh? I still also need to pull myself together a little bit more.
急にどうしたの？
I want to become a man who can protect you. Someone who you and Elle can depend on.
ユウマくん。
I'm still like this right now, but I'll give it my best.
ありがとう。でもね、離れていっちゃダメだから。なるべくそばで、私たちを守ってね。
Yeah, gotcha.
これからも、ずっと、一緒にいてくれる？
Well, till my very last moment. Until my very last moment, I'll always try to be with you, if only just a second longer. On the way home, after having left Yuma and An alone.
そういえば、
Whoops. Miss Fancy addresses me with a serious vibe about it, which is quite unusual.
あんたはどうするつもりなのかしら？もうそろそろ時間がないんじゃなくって？あんたがどうなろうと、私の知ったことじゃないんだけどね。
I'm a love fair. After Yuma's love was fulfilled, I was given the duty to watch him, so he doesn't cheat, but...
ティナ様、もうユウマ様とアン様は大丈夫かと思うのですが。
Well, you shouldn't cause him any more worries, right? And above all, I want An and Elle to also become happy. After all, I want to repay them for everything they did for me.
おかまさん。
何かしら？
私、死神、やってみます。おかまさんも、お仕事、教えてくれますか？
あら、それはいいけれど。
私といたしましても、一安心ですが。
For a long time, I've been thinking, not knowing what I should do.
恋の妖精は、やめないよ。おや？ですが、でもね、やりたいこと、できたから。
やりたいことって？
I want to bring smiles to everyone's faces. I want to make them happy. That's why...
ですね、アンさんとユウマさん、お二人の赤ちゃんに、魂、運びたいです。
That is actually insanely adorable. I'll just, shut up and let you just listen to the ending, I suppose. I just realized that I may have to censor something here. Fuck, I need to watch. I need to closely watch. fuck does that say? Seems like it's basically over, so I'm just like turn webcam back on, mic back on. I'm gonna be disappointed if they're not gonna have a child, and then after credit scene after Tina blurted the whole she wants to reap the soul that is gonna be their kid line. Like if they're not gonna like show, hey, it's our kid. I killed that one. I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm disappointed. A couple of days later, after school. Also, it's good that I didn't have to censor anything in the endings.
もう5月も終わりだからね。でもこの辺りは6月になってもまだ衣替えじゃないのよね。朝とか夜はまだ半袖だと寒いですから。他の地方だと6月から衣替えなんですか？ええ、私が前に住んでいたところだと。
I listened to Tsukushima and the others' conversation. I, as always, endeavored to do my best and finish up my work. After all, falling behind in the schedule would result in us having to work on Saturday as well, thus thwarting my and Senpai's date plan.
ゆうまくん、そんなに急がなくても適度に休憩しながらの方が効率もいいと思うよ。
Oh yeah.
それじゃちょっと休憩ね。はい、お茶どうぞ。
Having said that, what she presents to me wasn't the hot tea she used to prepare until yesterday, but cold barley tea instead. Thank you. Just holding the cup has a refreshingly cooling effect.
実はね、手作りアイスもあるんだけど、食べる？
Like I hate it when like the bridge down there on the nose is just itchy. That's the worst. You're quite considerate.
というか、アイスって手作りするものなの？できるのは知ってるけど、かなり面倒だったような。
相変わらず惚れた相手には海外しいっすね、会長。
でも、ラブラブなのを見てると余計に暑苦しいですよ。
I feel like the peanut gallery is livelier than usual. Well, I suppose that's hardly a need to respond to each and every comment. Kinda like spring went by in a flash.
そうだね。今日が特に暑いっていうのもあるけど、夏か。
When I first met her, it was around the entrance ceremony when the cherry blossom were still in full bloom. In the span of a single season, I fell in love with her and have now arrived at an important decision.
なんだか感慨深いって顔してる。
I guess I am. What kind of seasons are we going to spend together from now on? Just when I thought that.
あ、ちょっといいこと思いついちゃった。
What is it?
ちゃちゃっとお仕事終わらせてさ、その後少しだけ付き合ってもらってもいいかな。
お、デートの相談っすか？
ヒューヒュー、ラブラブですね。きちんとやることを全部やってからなら別に文句はないですけど。
You guys.
そう、デートのご相談だよ。内容はまだ秘密。
Alright, I'll look forward to it. Now let's get this done quickly.
ゆうりちゃん、声たくん、あの二人全然動じないよ。
They've become immune! They are too strong to be left alive!
一ノ瀬さんの因縁のつけ方は迫力ないからな。
迫力あっても今の二人だと返り討ちに合うと思うわよ。言い方を変えるとからかいがいがないんです。
Why are you making a long face at that?
とにかく兄さんは遅くなるって浅葉先生にも伝えておくね。
Okay, thanks.
さあ休憩おしまい。そうと決まれば時間がもったいないからバリバリ働くよ。
I hate that.
はーい。ちょっとみんな
any rate, date with the details yet a secret, huh? I don't know what she's planning. Even though I still don't know what awaits me, I can hardly contain my excitement. Then, at night. The paper sorting, which took quite some time because of various reasons, finally complete. The place Senpai brought me to was,
じゃじゃーんプールです
yeah, it sure is. The fact that we snuck into the pool at night strangely makes me feel like we're doing something bad.
今日は暑いから気持ちよさそうでしょ水着も用意しておきました
Just when you... Why to begin with, it's not a problem that's already past closing time.
許可は取ってあるよま、夏を目前に生徒会がプールの管理をするってことになったんだけどね
So basically...
私が自分で許可しちゃった
That hardly makes it any better than using it without permission, if you ask me. Besides, just when did you obtain this kind of authority?
こんなこともあろうかとね
She's like she has started to go wild for the sake of making out with me.
まあ一応正式な手続きは踏んでるんだし有利に知られたらお小言だろうけど細かいことは気にしない
I see, so that's why you wanted to keep it a secret until now.
そういうこと
Oh boy, this girl. But, well...
もしかしてゆうまくんからも説教されちゃう
No, I think it's gonna be fun, so I'm fine with it. Being at the pool at night's pretty exciting.
だよねゆうまくんも分かってきたかな
I have a little conflict with myself whether I should just readily join the dark side, but,
それじゃあ早速着替えてこよう
yeah. Some expectations towards Senpai's bikini is added into the mix. I all too quickly admit defeat. We part for a moment, and after getting changed in the changing room, I return to the poolside. It's fucking dark. Now then, I wait for a brief period while considering going ahead and do warm-up. Exercises by myself in the meantime.
待たせたな。
Oh, why? Huh? In response to the expected voice, I turn around in a fluster to the person approaching
数
me.
日ぶりだな。私に会えずに寂しかったか
I don't feel too safe showing that swimsuit off. I mean, it's technically nothing that, like, violates anything, but let me just... Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Huh. How come you're the one to show up?
私もデートしたいとダダをこねてみたら、案が譲ってくれたの。
She looks so proud of herself! I don't think that's something you ought to say with such a self-satisfied look.
ダメだったか
She makes a 100-degree turn, suddenly gazing at me anxiously. It's not that I don't want to, it's just...
その、私のことも幸せにしてくれるのだろ
Yeah, that's correct, but...
だったら、なぜ目をそらすんだ
Is it alright to ask that? No, I definitely should ask her. After all, I intend to be rather close to her as well from now on. I've been thinking this for a while now, already, but... Elle, do you have a thing for exhibitionism?
露出
I don't mind having fun together. However, your bikini is seriously way too suggestive.
そうなのかでも、案が、私にはこういうのがかっこよくて似合うと。
I'm pretty sure she just set that to trick you into wearing it. She opens her eyes wide in wonder and alternates between looking at me and her bikini.
私、何か変なのか
I nod solemnly.
そんな、でも、案が、
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. I suppose she may have been failing to notice that she's basically just like an exhibitionist. In an instant, her face turns all red and she bashfully shrinks. Same goes for usual attire. I mean, that's solely read for outfit. I'm pretty sure what I said when we first met already implied it wasn't normal.
そういえば。でも、あれは貴様にファッションのセンスがないのだとばかり。
Well, I admit that I don't have much of a sense regarding fashion.
あの服も、この水着も、案が選んでくれたんだが。
I think I have every right to give her an earful later. I mean, she tricked her friend into wearing such an erotic bikini.
そんなにエロいのか？
Yeah, to the extent that simply looking at you turns me on.
こっち見るな！
And where exactly should I look instead? Since the plan is to have fun in the pool now, I also need to get used to the sight.
ほら！なんだそのいやらしい目は！
Just that those big boobs really are pure bliss.
もうやだ！着替えてくる！
Thank you. Wait out! And off she goes. I guess I can hardly chase after her. No other choice left. I decide to just wait here a bit.
もう、あんまりエレをいじめないであげて。
You're one to talk. I guess Senpai, you came back wearing an old bikini after a short while, our approachful look.
でもエレの雰囲気だと、あのくらいの方がかっこよくない？
Like I said, it's simply too erotic.
興奮しちゃった？ちなみに私も同じスタイルだったりするよ。あれ、ユウマくん？
In comparison to the one Ella wore, Senpai's bikini's degree of skin exposure is rather conservative. However, since they share the same body, it makes my inner eyes superimpose the color of skin I just saw when I was looking at Ella.
嘘？大きくなってる？
Her gaze pours onto my crotch. With the vital parts being covered, it makes the imagination all the more vivid.
意外な反応。私ももっと挑発しないとエレに負けちゃうかななんて思ってたんだけど。
It's not necessarily a matter of the amount of skin exposure.
ちょっと変態っぽいよ。
I don't want to hear that from you. There's no change in the fact that you made your own body wear that type of bikini, even if it's your other personality. Even if she's your other personality.
私まで露出好き扱い？
But well, this sure is a bit of a problem. My dick is almost likely already in anticipation of something. Shows no sign of turning flaccid, but instead keeps growing increasingly harder.
そのままじゃ泳ぎにくいよね。
More like impossible.
先にしちゃう？
Judging by the way she said that, does that mean she has from the start intended to do it sooner or later? Well, anyhow!
ねえ、ユウマくん。
As she looks at me with upturned eyes that look like she's asking for it, my reason was all too easily blown away. And then they fucked. On our way home, after we'd recovered the strength to get up again,
プールでデートなのにエッチなことしかしてないし。
but it felt good, so I can't say it was a bad thing either.
それはそうなんだけど、なんだかもったいなくない？
I can agree to that. No worries, summer hasn't even started yet.
それって、つまり？
Let's go swimming another time. Can be the pool, or when we enter summer break.
もしかして、海とか連れて行ってくれる？
Yeah, gladly.
やったー！私楽しみにしてるね。
Sure. Your smile looks so innocent that it's a bit surprising. My heart starts beating faster in response.
なんだか嬉しいな。今年の夏は楽しくなりそう。
Yeah, let's make it a fun summer.
なんて今から言ってたら、忙しくなってお出かけできないフラグが立ちそうだけど。
Don't just go and suddenly pour cold water on this feeling of elation.
ごめんね。でも生徒会って実は夏休みも結構用事が多いんだよ。
Well, there are all sorts of big events like the athletic festival and the school festival during fall after all. So I guess that's only natural. It's gonna be alright, regardless.
そうなの？仕事好きになっちゃったとか？
Because this won't be the only summer we'll have. I say so a bit bashfully.
来年も、再来年も、ずっと一緒にいてくれる？
Of course I will.
即答してくれたね。今のユウマくん、ちょっとかっこよかったよ。
Well, the fact that she asked me that means, as I thought, I suppose there's still something lacking for her to completely believe it. Should I do it now? I'm already prepared and all, but...
ユウマくん？
nah, it's nothing. Reflexively reply when she addressed me.
名残惜しいけど、そろそろ帰らないとね。
Alright, it's already quite late after all. Here, our ways home separate.
今日はここでお別れだね。
Yeah. All of a sudden, a wave of annoying impatience washes over me. If I let this opportunity slip, I'm pretty sure it'll take a while until I get another one.
それじゃあ、
Suddenly recall what the love fairy once told me.
応援しますから。
When you said that, it marked the beginning of it all. And even now, just from recalling it, it's like she's giving me a slight push in the back.
今日はありがとう。また明日ね。
The very moment she's about to leave, Senpai!
何？
Having stopped in her tracks, she turns around to face me, who has detained her. Please hold out your hand. Muster all the little amount of courage I can, and tightly grasp the thing I've kept hidden in my pocket. Oh my fucking god, did he already get a ring?
手をこう？
Gently grasp the hand she's presented me, while somewhat nonplussed. Then I... Slip it on her finger. The ring finger of her left hand.
ゆうまくん、これって。
Just what it looks like. How should I say this? It's a present to you and Elle. Embarrassed, I use that ambiguous kind of phrasing. For a while, she was absent-mindedly gazing at it, glinting under the streetlights. But then...
ねえ、ただの贈り物なの？
Well, as you said, this is...
ちゃんと言ってほしいかな。
Take a deep breath. I love you, Senpai.
うん。
I want you to let me be with you forever. Maybe a bit hasty, but I want you to be more than my
ゆ
girlfriend.
うまくん。
I'm quite sure the immense nervousness I feel is making my expression awfully cramped right now. However...
はい。エレも、はいって。
She looks embarrassed and close to crying, but the smile she made was the happiest one I've seen until now. I'm sure all the happiness I feel right now linked together.
大好き。私たちこそ、ずっとそばにいさせてね。
And gave birth to the greatest smile in my life. Finn. That was actually really nice near the end. However, I'm still kind of disappointed that we don't get to see their child.
恋が咲く
Tina! Ah yes, new game, load game, configuration, extra, end game, and Tina. That button, by the way, leads to her route, so that's the thing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this part, and tomorrow I'll see which route I'll go for next. See you next time, bye-bye. I know this may come as weird at the end of the video, but I just felt like pointing something out real quick, because I knew that a part of this opening, mainly roughly this part, sounds familiar to me. I figured it out. I'm gonna have to censor that. Shit! Okay, basically I figured it out. That ending song, Make a Wish. It reminds me of that somehow. I don't know why. I don't even remember quite the spot where it's at, but it really reminds me of the soundtrack. And this was I watched the Pokemon movies so often. I don't know why. I adored them. A lot of soundtracks are legitimately good, like Make a Wish, or also I don't know what it's called, but it's from the Darkrai movie. The song that's somehow sends Pokemon at peace. That, you know, kind of saves everyone's lives. So yeah, basically that's what it reminds me of. It may be fucking weird, but that's just how it is. Anyways, now actually see you tomorrow.